And welcome to Sparks Stadium in Puyallup. I'm Rick Dupree along with John Yasutaki, and we are here to bring you the state AAA championship, I should say football championship, right here at Sparks Stadium. And it will feature top-ranked Bellevue, the Wolverines, coming into the game 13-0, taking on the Kennewick Lions with a record of 12-1. Kennewick coming in this game rated number 6. And the pathway for Bellevue coming to this game, they beat Rainier Beach. I should take a step back. November, the weekend of November 12th and 13th, they beat Lakes, who was ranked number 16, 42-21. Then they were a 56-32 winner over Rainier Beach. And last week, a 27-3 winner over Marysville, and that was their path here, John. Kennewick beat number 11 Spanaway 26-21, and then an upset over number 3 O'Day 27-21. And then another upset last week, a game that our listeners and our viewers heard and saw right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. Kennewick was a 14-7 winner over number 2 Eastside Catholic, so that was their pathway to this ball game. And John, really a tale of two very different teams.
Yep. One is a power team. Bellevue has always been traditionally and historically a power team. Kennewick is pretty balanced. They throw the ball, they run the ball, they got a good runner, their tailback. And but they're giant killers, so there's an emotional edge to being a giant killer. They're not expected to do anything, so who knows what's going to happen. I mean, it's like, hey, the playbook is wide open.
Yeah, it really is. And Bellevue will keep the ball on the ground. Seldom will they put it in the air.
Right. And
like you said, they will just wear their opponents down. They'll just power through. And we saw that last week in their win over Marysville. And as you said, Kennewick's going to put the ball in the air, the short passing game, and that may add a little wrinkle to this ball game, John.
Yeah, it will. Power versus power. When you're a running team, you don't expect the team to get out there and start throwing the ball all over the field, as opposed to, Eastside Catholic, they spread the field completely, and they really run a spread. It's going to be real interesting. Bellevue plays a basic, as they say, base front. But we'll see what Kennewick can do to move the ball. You're going to have to do something. Bellevue, again, is a power team. They will control the game with the run and dare you to stop them. And I think the scoring differential, was second half. I think Bellevue leads the state in terms of scoring points in the second half.
Yeah, really good point. And one of the guys that gets it done for Bellevue, he scored 3 touchdowns last week. William Wang, running back, and had 3 short touchdown runs. But he is their go-to guy, and they will put the ball in his hands. And like you said, they will try to overpower you and make you stop them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And, we know that you start crowding that line of scrimmage, and if you got any kind of passing game, then there's those short passes. But if you start crowding the line of scrimmage and they break through, you don't have anybody, to be run support.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. So again, we are live down in Puyallup at Sparks Stadium. I wouldn't say this is football weather because I know for me, John, I didn't like this kind of weather. It's cold
and
it's wet, and so that could play a factor. Again, Kennewick, they put the ball in the air, but that short passing game, and right now they're introducing players on the field, and so this obviously being a big deal. A couple of years ago, I think it was 2019, I want to say it was the first year that the WIAA moved from having all of the state games at the Tacoma Dome.
Right.
And we were down here to see Eastside Catholic beat O'Day that year.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exciting game that was. And so we are here, and it's really cool because you have the different classifications, 4A, 3A, 2A, 1A, and so on, and at different locations, and it's a big deal here. So we are sitting on the side of the field with the Bellevue is on, and Kennewick on the other side. But this will be an exciting game. We think whether it be high scoring or not, John, remains to be seen. And again, how much do you think the weather really does play a factor in a game like this?
Well, if you're a passing team, that does make a difference. If you're a running team, that doesn't make any kind of difference. The only issue that would be turnovers, mishandling of the ball, snaps, all those kinds of things, which we see happening all through the series of games. Yeah. And but like I said, I think it's going to be Kennewick has, again, they have the emotional edge. They're the giant killers. They're coming here not expected to do much, and they defeated 2 very good teams, upsets, to get here.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, that's a really good point. I mean, they were likely favored. They were number 6 against number 11 Spanaway Spanaway Lake when they opened up. But yeah, 2 successive weeks beat the top two Metro League teams. Again, O'Day, they beat the Fighting Irish 27-21, and they beat Eastside Catholic last week.
Yeah, the surprise. That was the surprise.
That was no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So that is where we are at here at Spark Stadium. And again, what they're doing is, and this is the really cool part of an event like this, John, they're introducing each of the players. And so not just the starters, but every player. And so right now they're winding down the introduction of the Kennewick Lions, and then they will introduce all of the players on the Bellevue team, and then we will be ready to kick it off.
Well, and that's good because this may be the last time some of these young men play football,
That is a really good point. And, there's so many life lessons, and we've talked about that before, and talked about that with your brother Mike as well, just the life lessons that you get playing a team sport like this. And John, I mean, obviously you were a player and then a coach. Can you talk about some of the life lessons, some of the things that you wanted to instill? Let me take a step. Some of the things that were instilled in you as a player, and at Garfield and what have you, and then some of the things that as a coach you tried to instill in your ball players.
Well, we tried to instill the fact that this is very unique experience in your life. This may never happen again. Many of you, we tell the young people straight up. Some of you will play high school ball, just a few will play college, and probably none of you will play pro football. So let's think of it this way. Enjoy what you're doing here. Learn all you can. These are lifelong relationships you form. My best friends and my lifelong relationships were from high school, and guys that I play with. The other thing is team. Team comes first. Always sacrifice for the team. And that translates into being a parent. You do for your children, you sacrifice for you. It's the same mantra, and the same life lessons and values are in this sport too. Camaraderie, sportsmanship, support. When guys are down, hey, you don't get on them. You say, hey, prop them up. Same way with coaching.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. I know as a player, some of the things I took away, just a level of perseverance, and is it. You're gonna face some adversity. On the field, you're gonna face some adversity in life. That's okay. That's okay. And being involved in team sports certainly has been a way for me personally that's helped me deal with some of the adversity in life, because you're going to have the ups and downs, and it has taught me how to persevere. The word they were throwing around, a couple of years ago, and I think still to a certain degree, grit. Yeah. But that's real. And John, I agree. Like you said, understanding the importance of teamwork. You cannot do anything alone in this world. Yeah. And, when you isolate yourself, there are a lot of challenges, and the value, the importance of coming together. One of the things that I use on my job now, I work with our students at Seattle Academy, and we talk about, community service learning and taking action in the community, developing relationship in the community. But it's that collectively we can do so much more than we can as an individual. And don't get me wrong, we can make a difference as an individual and what have you, but collectively, you can't achieve individually what you can as a group. So some great life lessons. And the Wolverines, they just all of the players lined up. So right now, we have both teams lined up on the field, both teams on the 40-yard line, and you'll be able to see, kind of all of this pregame, and then we won't be able to show you the game action the way we would like to, but we will give you all of the coverage here, and hopefully we'll do some sideline stuff as well. But we are about ready to kick off here right at noon, and so as they have finished the introductions of the teams, they have the national anthem. We are about ready to go. And John, as I look across the field here, the Bellevue has a tremendous cheer squad. We are just behind their band, which is getting ready to go. So we were here. You will hear it. We are live at Sparks Stadium. Carl Sparks Stadium. I don't know who Carl Sparks is, but we're in the stadium, right? And the state AAA football championship for Washington State.
So the band is playing with the volume. The volume level is unbelievable.
Yeah,
this is the
championship.
Crank it up,
baby. We're gonna crank it up.
Yeah. So
So again, for Bellevue, some of the big players, again, the quarterback, Lucas Rosori, and again, we mentioned number 30, William Wang, really the running back that they go-to guy, but also another running back who broke last week, I believe it was for a 65-yard touchdown run, is Sean Daniels, a junior running back, and those guys go both ways. So Bellevue will kick it off. Kennewick, the Lions will receive the undefeated 13-0 Bellevue Wolverines taking on, and they are, as I said, the top-ranked team in the state, taking on the number 6, 12-1 Kennewick Lions right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. We're about ready to kick it off.
Yeah, their only loss was a pretty tight one against Kamaikan. I mean, that's if you're at home looking at the radio dial or the computer dial or the smartphone, go left to right. Left is Bellevue in the dark. Right is Kenwick in the white.
Yep. And so the kick is off, and it's going to be fielded right at about the 2-yard line, and coming out to the 15, the 20, out to close to the 25-yard line for Kennewick.
And we say that's a win. Anytime you go past the 20, that's a plus.
Yep. And I believe that was Austin Stoddard, number 19, I believe, on that return. Takes it out to they're going to spot the ball on the 24-yard line. So we are underway here at Sparks Stadium. Washington State AAA championship game. Number 1 Bellevue, number 6 Kennewick. And the Lions with the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line, ready to get their offensive drive going here. 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. And the handoff
nice
up
cut.
the middle, good cut up and tackled across the 3.
Ball's
out.
Ball's out.
And Bellevue saying they have it, and
Bellevue
they may have it. We're
Bellevue
waiting for the referee. Nope, the referee, one official saying he was down. Hold on. Yep, they're saying he was down. They're saying he was down. The ground cannot cause the fumble, so Kennewick
that was close though.
With the ball, about a 5-yard pickup on that 1st down carry.
Again, weather.
Yeah.
This is
it's cold and wet, and like you said, I mean, if you're keeping the ball on the ground, it doesn't make as much. It's not as much of a factor, but it is a factor. If your hands are cold and you take a shot, I'm telling you what, it's much harder to hold on to that rock.
And Bellevue's running their basically the 4-5-2. So
they're saying that it was an 8-yard gain, and so the short pass, and it's picked up. Oh, picked up, and that's a Sean Daniels. He's going to take it. Knocked out of bounds at about the
8 or 9.
Well, I see an official stepping out on the 13 as well. So let's see. He may have stepped out of bounds. So he tried that quick out.
There's that short passing game. I told you
Sean
about.
Daniels was on top of it and made the pick.
Yep, they studied the film.
Yeah, they did.
Because Kenwick has that good short out game, short passing game.
So again, if I'm an offense, they're going to say he stepped out on the 13-yard line. So the Wolverines will take over 1st and 10. Big play there, the interception by Sean Daniels. And the Wolverines take over 1st and 10 on the Lions' 13-yard line.
Championship games, turnovers count very heavily, man.
Ain't that the truth, brother? So the Wolverines in quarterback.
That same formation, that power formation.
Yep.
Direct handoff. Oh, my gosh.
And the ball's on the turf. Let's see.
They're saying
ball's out, and Kennewick's get it. Kennewick recovers it. So the fumble, the run on the left side.
I think it was Wang.
Yeah.
William Wang. Yeah.
And he picked up about 4 or 5 yards, and the ball came out, and Kennewick on top of it. So 2 quick turnovers, and we're back at square one.
And we were talking about it. Wet conditions, passing is tough, but running with the ball, you got to wrap it up.
Yeah, you really do. Especially going between the tackles. You got to have both hands on the ball. You got to really wrap that up. Now when you get out in the open, now you can switch it to one side or the other. On the outside away from the defense typically is what you want to do. But
Bellevue's in that 4-5-2.
So Dayton Davis, the quarterback. And Davis looking for some running room. And
he missed a handoff. It looked like he missed a handoff.
Yeah.
It didn't look clean.
So he may have gotten back. Let's see. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll give him maybe a half a yard, a yard gain. So we're going to call it 2nd and 9. Balls at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, the way he came out of that formation, then it looked like he missed the hand. Something went the wrong way.
So single back.
Bellevue
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right.
Bellevue hasn't changed their D.
Okay, and rolling to his left and now putting it under his nowhere to go. Dayton Davis again.
Boy, they had that covered. There was nobody open.
So Davis was rolling to his left, looking for a receiver, nothing there, and finally just had to tuck it and got a couple of yards, positive yards out to, let's see where they spot it.
About
maybe the 11 or 12 yard line?
Yeah, about 12.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 7 to go for Kennewick. So 2 quick turnovers, and really it just puts us back at square one. Kennewick took over 1st and 10 after the Bellevue fumble. They threw the interception, and then Bellevue on their first play fumbled, and Kennewick got it back. And so Kennewick started at about the 8-yard line. They have now 3rd and 7. 3 receivers split to the right. Daniels rolling to his right, looking, and he's going to release it. And he's going to have a first down. It looks like his receiver, I believe that was number 82.
About the 21.
Completion of Simeon Howard.
Either that or they had to get some yards to be able to punt that ball out of the hole.
Yeah.
But this is good. They've got a little bit of breathing room right now.
So moving the chains. And I tell you what, I like what Davis did. Davis kind of rolling out, John, until he saw his receiver open. And what we saw on the previous play, didn't see a guy open, so he tucked it and ran.
Yeah. They do good. They have a good short pass series.
So 1st and 10 on the 22-yard line for Kennewick.
It trips left. Oh, quarterback keeper.
And quarterback keeper right up the middle. That's Dayton Davis, the senior quarterback, and he's going to have some positive yards across the 25-yard line. Let's see where they spot it. Looks like about the 27, so I'm going to give him about 5 yards. Let's see.
Makes sense. Why risk a handoff in wet weather conditions? Just keep the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're the quarterback. If you can take the pound, that gained about 5 yards.
Yeah. I mean, not a bad play. So he's taking almost like the Wildcat. I mean, he's in there maybe back a little bit further. He's in the gun. Yeah. And now empty backfield. He's got 4 receivers to his left, the wide side of the field. Ball's on the right hash. Dayton Davis barking the signals. 1 receiver on the short side of the field. Davis looking to that receiver and passes low. And I think you're going to say it's complete.
Yeah, it was complete.
Yeah, for maybe a yard or two. So not a big pickup there. It's kind of quick.
Just again, they're quick out. They're running those quick outs, again, what that does is that you start creeping up as the corner. You go, someone's going to go blasting by you.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, kind of to that out and up.
Yep.
But now it's 3rd and 3. So what the receivers have to do on that short passing game, they've got to get past the first down. They got to know where the yard marker is, and you've got to go beyond that.
Tight formation right now. They only got 2 out, so.
Single back and then a slot back to the left. And Bellevue, movement on the Bellevue side. I think it's going to be encroachment. Let's see.
Yeah, it's encroachment.
Yep, so first down on the penalty. So the second first down for the Lions and trying to move the ball here.
I think Bellevue anticipated a run because they had a tight formation. So that kind of fooled them. They get 2 wideouts, 1 left and 1 right. There's still a tight line. Tight line.
A tight end on either side and handoff right up the middle on the right side, and then cutting back in the middle.
Nice run.
Positive yards for the running back there. I believe that's number 10, if I'm not mistaken, Eric Mora.
Yeah, that's their guy. He's their main guy. He also plays linebacker too, I believe. But
actually, no, that may have been 18 Miles Mayofsky. Check that, Miles Mayofsky.
And Mayofsky's the other one, too.
Yep.
But it's both solid runners.
So that was Mayofsky, got about 8 yards on that, and it'll be 2nd and about 2 to go. Ball's on the 43-yard line. Mayofsky again on the left side. Oh, he's met just across the line, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was a George Kruger, and Kruger stood him up.
Yep, it's
that was a textbook tackle, John.
Yeah, very little game, but this is 3rd and short.
Yeah, so 3rd and less than a yard to go. Ball's at about just shy of the 44-yard line where the Lions have to go for a first down. So quarterback Dayton Davis with the Miles Mayofsky, the lone back.
He's their guy.
I'm looking at this matchup down here at the wide side, single coverage, and you don't have a lot of help there from
It's
safety, so something to look for. Mayofsky over the right side, breaks a tackle, and I think he's going to have the first just barely.
Barely.
He should have been stopped, and he was able to shake off the tackler that got him behind the line of scrimmage, and Majowski goes forward for the first down.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost like a cover one. You only had one safety right in the middle of the
Yeah,
field. You
yeah.
had no other support. Now they're going back to their 4-5-2, 2 safeties, 2 high safeties, 2 deep. There you go.
So now you've got twins on the left side, the wide side of the field, and again, there's now you've got a safety coming over.
Right, you got a
but they're giving the receivers 5, 6, 7 yards off the ball, so there's a lot of room there for that short passing game. Kind of cross buck action and moving forward. I believe that's Majowski again, and he was hit at about the line of scrimmage and kept the legs moving, and the pile moved all the way up to about midfield.
I correct myself. Majowski's their guy. He's their solid runner. Man, he is tough. He's a tough tackle.
Yeah,
you gotta wrap him up.
They list him. He's a 6'2", 205 senior, Miles Majowski. So the guy who will get the ball, he gets. They're going to give him 4 yards on that, so just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So we know that Bellevue likes Mr. Wang. Mr. Majowski over here is for Kennewick. That's their
go-to guy.
Bread and butter back.
Yes,
yes, he is.
It looks like he may be replaced on this one. Majowski, we'll see. And rolling out, Dayton, and he's got a receiver on across midfield, and I believe that was Maddox.
Yep, close.
Sutonu.
Close to first down.
Now check that. That was the receiver was Simeon Howard, 82.
Yeah, 82.
So Simeon Howard, a first down across midfield to the 45-yard line. So tell you what, John, Kennewick putting together a solid drive here, mixing it up with, as you said, the short passing game and solid running by Majowski.
Yeah, solid running, balance, you run, pass, and you're guessing when you're playing defense. Then.
Yeah, exactly. Good point. So if you just joined us, Rick Dupree, John Yasutake, we're live at Spark Stadium, the Washington State AAA football championship, and in motion in the handoff to Simeon Howard.
Nice
Howard,
cut. He got outside
across the 40, right around. So it's going to be close to a 5-yard pickup on first down. So I tell you what, I like the variety I have seen thus far. From the Lions, they are mixing it up, and they are keeping the Bellevue defense guessing right now. Pick up about 6 yards, so it'll be second, and they're saying 7. Looks like more like 6 yards. Yeah, it is. They got the ball in the 39. They've got to get to the 35 for the first down. So 2nd and 6 to go. 2nd and 4 to go. Forgive me. 6-yard pickup on that first down carry.
They're testing that Bellevue defense because they're doing combination of run and pass.
Yeah. And, now empty backfield. You got 4 receivers on the wide side of the field, and only 3. Defenders here. So you've got someone open on that right side.
There it is.
Or the left side, rather. Deep pass. And
intercepted.
It's going to be intercepted. They're not going to. Yep.
But that was a good effort. I mean, just to underthrow just a little bit.
Yeah, and Colin Miller coming up with the interception for the Wolverines on the 4-yard line. And there was some contact there, John. I was looking for a potential flag. Nothing was thrown. So the second turnover of the ball game, that one, how costly? I don't know, because the Lions were driving and may have gotten some points on the board, but instead, as good as any punt, but putting the Wolverines down to the 3-yard line.
But what that does, it says, serves notice to Bellevue, we can throw the ball deep.
Yeah.
That may change. They may have to change up on that.
And the Kennewick needs to figure that out because they were. There were only 3 defenders out there on those 4, so you've got to figure out and get somebody wide open. They weren't able to do it that time. So first down carry, about 5 yards, William Wang. And we mentioned he is the guy that they will put the ball in his hands a majority of the time. 3:55 left to go here in the first quarter. Fast-moving first quarter. Again, teams keeping the ball on the ground in that short passing game. More passes completed than not.
Oh, that'll be that typical split back set. There it is. Second man through.
That's it. Yep. That was Blake Teets.
Yep.
So Teets and stumbling. I think it's going to be just short of the first down. Let's see where the mark is.
They gave it.
Yep, they gave it to him. Yep. First down out to the 13-yard line.
Now this is going to be a broken record. We're going to see this probably all the way down the field.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Like that first man or second man through. Yep. Very seldom will they put it in the air, but every once in a while they will surprise you.
Like I said, if you start crowding, you may get a little short up, pass.
Right.
Underneath somewhere.
So the Wolverines tight backfield, hand off to the first man through.
Yep.
And a pickup of about 3 yards, maybe, I believe. Let's see if that William Wang. It is number 30.
Well, the philosophy is this: we're going to run the ball, stop us.
Yeah.
But what also happens is we're eating up the clock.
Man,
and your team
time,
is sitting on the sideline. Your offense may be the greatest offense in the world, but they can't score if I have the ball.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's one of the things. I mean, you look at the Seahawks and the struggles they've had, and the majority of these losses,
they can't.
John, the opponent has had the ball more than twice as long as the Seahawks.
Yep, they can't control the game.
Hand up Wang off the left side, and he's got a big gainer.
About 9 yards, first down. But there we go. See, Bellevue's right now saying we're in our mode. Stop us.
Yeah.
2 minutes to go in the quarter. Stop us.
Yeah, we're not gonna. This is what we do.
Yep.
This is what we do. So ball first down out to the 26-yard line. 2:30 left to go here in the first quarter.
And they started at the 1 or 2 yard line?
Yeah, 3 yard line is where they started.
Yeah.
Yep. And so their second first down. And Wang again off the left side, and he's going to be met maybe a pickup of about 2 yards out to the 30, or check that, the 27 maybe.
Yeah.
28. We'll see where they spot it.
You're right. It's about a couple. But again, we're gaining positive yards.
Yeah, every time they give him 3 yards, say it's a 3 yard pickup. So it'll be 2nd and 7, ball on the 29-yard line for the top-ranked Bellevue Wolverines. No score here in the first quarter. 1:55 left to play. We're live at Sparks Stadium down in Puyallup. Rick Dupree along with John Yasutaki. And hand off to the second man through Teets. And Teets across the 30, but then a couple of guys coming up, and among them number 32, Bronson Childs. And Childs laid a shot on Teets. So we'll give him a 2 yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5, balls at the 31.
They came up that off tackle and they closed it down pretty good. I mean, again, Bellevue does nothing fancy. There's not a whole lot of trickery back there. It's direct handoff.
Yeah.
Or they may counter some, but you're not going to see a lot of that. Yeah. See, it's right off tackle blast. There he is.
Wang,
he broke
through. Broke through. Got it to the second level and across the 35 out to the 40-yard line for another first down for the Bellevue Wolverines.
It's going to sound like a broken record, ladies and gentlemen, but it's like this is power football.
Yeah.
Off tackle, off guard, center hole, A gap, B. Hey, stop us.
And no huddle this time. And the direct handoff to Wang, breaks the tackle.
Tackle again.
Gets about a 4 yard pickup and then is knocked back. So first down carry of 4 yards out to the 44-yard line. 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, John.
Damn, they're eating up the clock.
They really are.
Drives from the 3, they've eaten up over 2 minutes, or at least close to that. And they're gaining plus yards. Everything positive runs. Everything plus
Everything's
yards.
positive, yeah. And even if it's a 2-3 yard pickup, that one was a 4 yard pickup on first down. So 2nd and 6 for Bellevue at their own 44-yard line. And again, as you said, started this drive at the 3 yard line with the interception.
Yeah, and the worst thing they do is change field position. If they have to punt, they're going to put Kenwick in the hole.
Yeah, very good point. And off the wing again, he's got some room, and then he's met.
That tackle saved a touchdown, or at least a big gain.
That was Simeon Howard, number 82, came up and made the shot from his defensive back position.
He was actually the only run support that I saw up in there. This is a real test for Kennewick. And see, we're down third down. They're almost at the 50 with about a yard to go.
Yeah, 3rd and a yard to go. Ball's at the 49-yard line.
Tight line.
And second man through, handoff. He's got some room. Oh, he may go all the way.
He's gone.
LaShawn Daniels.
Down.
LaShawn Daniels, 51 yards.
No, he's out.
Oh, they said he stepped out. Oh, Sean Daniels didn't quite get there. Got knocked out of bounds.
Yeah. Then he dropped the ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
But there you go. Power football.
And a touchdown saving tackle, if you will, by Austin Stoddard, number 19, I believe it was.
That was nothing but an off-tackle blast.
Off
tackle.
And again, John, you talked about this. Kenwick starting to bring the linebackers up to kind of stack the line, trying to stop that run. And if you get through that first level,
once you break through, there is no run support, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, and we saw that Sean Daniels last week. He did a cutback and went 65 yards. That one about a 50-yard run. I believe they're spotting it on the 1 yard line. Actually, they're saying the 2 yard line. So we'll give him a 49-yard pickup down to the 2 yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal at the start of the second quarter here for the Wolverines, trying to punch it in. No score after 1 quarter here at Sparks Stadium.
Yeah, started off kind of, as they say, muggy because of turnovers, but now this is pretty much Bellevue's coming true to form. We pretty much have seen this before.
You can hear the Bellevue band in the background. We are sitting just behind and to the right of the Bellevue band.
We can reach out and touch them.
I had to adjust my cap, John, and get it over the ears.
Yes.
It is it's chilly out here.
It is. And like we said earlier, though, if you're wet and the wind blows, that's even colder.
Man.
And the wind has not had much of an effect. It's just the elements, the weather.
Yeah. You know, we have a steady rain. It's just kind of, not heavy rain, but a steady level of rain coming down. And I tell you, I remember when I played for the Huskies, one of the first things they used to do, and you out at Husky Stadium in the fall, man, it's cold, it's dark, and first thing they do, and they always wet the turf down, but typically it was raining, and first thing you do, you get down, you're doing stretches and everything on the turf. I'm like, man, come on.
You're getting soaked.
Yeah, and then the rest of practice, man, you freeze it cold.
Yep.
But different when it's a game action, and right now Bellevue 1st and goal on the 2-yard line. William Mang off the left side, and Wang is in. Touchdown, Bellevue. The Wolverines strike first.
Off tackle blast. When we say off tackle blast, it's just straight ahead blocking off the butt of the tackle, the outside cheek of the tackle, and that's where you go.
Yep.
Because he's going to take his guy either off the line, inside or outside. You run off that tackle.
On that, Bellevue had a solid drive going, John, but I tell you what, outside of the 49-yard run from I'm sorry, that was Sean Daniels who got the long run to get them down there. Aside from that long run, Kennewick, not bad job containing the Wolverine offense. So we'll see, as the game progresses, if Bellevue wears them down or not. The extra point is up, and I didn't see the official. Okay, there's one.
Good.
Yeah, it is
it's
good.
Yeah, it's but again, like I said, we've seen Bellevue before. This is one of those, and it almost seems like arrogance, but stop us. But that is a fact. I mean, you got a team that runs the ball very well. Power football, stop us. We're not going to do anything fancy.
Yeah, right. We're going to do what we do, and it's up to you to stop us.
Yep. And they are a well-coached team. Thanks.
First quarter stats. And Sean Daniels, 49-yard run. Yep. William Wang, 6 carries for 36 yards.
Yep. That's just averaging 6 yards.
Yeah. Blake Teets, 3 carries for 10 yards. So, I tell you what, again, you look at, so Bellevue went through that first, both teams 4 first downs. Bellevue 100 yards in that first quarter to 38 yards on the ground. For Kennewick a total offense, though. Yeah. They got some yards there. And in the air, 19 yards. Bellevue yet to attempt a pass. And the Bellevue kick into the end zone. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Yep. So this ought to be we'll see what happens here. This is
so John, looking at that first quarter, Bellevue a total of 100 yards all on the ground. Wow. Kennewick a total of 57 yards.
Yep. But they did throw the ball, and that's
Yep. So we are about ready to start here. We're only 3 seconds into quarter number 2. Bellevue with that score immediately at the first start of the second quarter, the first play. So now the Lions with the ball.
Trips right. They got triple receivers right.
One back, Dayton Davis. Yep. Takes a snap, looking to his left. He's under pressure. Now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's got some positive yards out to about the 24. So pick up of about 4 yards. So good decision there. Had a lot of pressure to Bellevue defenders in his face, and he just tucked the ball under the arm and said, let's go.
You got 7 defenders back there covering, so there's really not very much. There are no seams. There's no openings. It's real tight, so that's going to be tough.
So 4-yard pickup on that play, 11:25 left to go. The clock is moving here in the second quarter. Bellevue leading 7-0 over Kennewick. The Lions with the ball. 2nd and 6. Caton looking to his left and
Again.
pressure, and he's going to be sacked.
There's nobody open. They got 7 defenders covering the field.
And coming in for the sack was number 77, Kalani Masunu, forgive me. Kalani Masunu. And Masunu with the sack, a loss of 2, so that'll make it 3rd and 8, balls at the 22-yard line for Kennewick.
That's what they call a covered sack. It was everyone was covered.
And Mizuno got there pretty quickly as well, though. Didn't give Daniels much time, or Davis much time.
Bellevue's blitzing it. They got 6 guys coming.
And good pickup. Daniels going to tuck it.
Out.
He's got some room. And coming up, making a good stop. Good stop. Coming up, that was number 4, Jasper Svensson.
Yeah.
And Svensson stopped what surely would have been a first down.
It would have been a first down, but he got him. A good tackle. Open field, too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was thinking, if Kennewick doesn't score, they could at least move the ball, punt the ball, put Bellevue farther in the hole. But now they've lost yardage, so this doesn't work.
Yeah, they really
the field position theory has shifted now. Bellevue gets the advantage. They're closer to midfield now.
Yeah, Bellevue. I mean, this punt, the ball's on the 27-yard line, so we'll see how long the punt is. And it's a low driving kick, hits the ground. Oh, it's going to get a Kennewick bounce.
Oh, my goodness.
And a great kick inside the 25 down to about the 23. So the Lions shift the field position there, John. It looked like they may not. But, again, those low driving kicks you have to field.
Yeah.
And that's the reason.
He walked right by it. I mean, it looked like Bellevue said, and it went right by him between the two.
Yeah, Bellevue had 2 guys back, and one of those guys, you got to call it. You got to go up there and make the catch. And on something like that, such a low driving kick, would have had a lot of running room as well, because coverage,
they're not there.
The punt beat the coverage down there.
Exactly, because the low driver means people got to hustle, and they're still running downfield. You got a chance to make a good return out of it. Bellevue's coming up, tight line.
Yep.
Typical tight line, power formation.
Handoff Teach on the right side, and
he got about 3.
Yeah, let's see. They call it. Yeah, I think you're right, about 3 out to the 25.
But again, not many yards, but it's all positive. It's nothing going backwards.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And again, if you get 3 yards in a cloud of dust, I'll take that.
Thank you.
And that gives you a 4th and 1. Obviously, you don't want to be going for it on 4th down, but if you're averaging 3-4 yards a carry, 3 of those you got a first down. And handoff off the left side. Wang almost broke it.
Again, he's averaging over 6 yards a carry now.
Yeah. So Wang across the 35 and stumbles down at the ball. Yeah, just across the 35. First down. So Bellevue takes over. Or I shouldn't say takes over. They continue the drive on they're going to call it on the 35-yard line, although the ball is the back part of the nose of the football is across the 35-yard line, still short of 36.
I'm going to watch the clock and see how long Bellevue keeps the ball on this drive. There you go.
So handoff, gang tackle, positive yards, out to about the 40, close to it.
It looks like it's at the 40. It's about 4 yards.
Almost 5 yards. Yeah. 4 yards, So it'll be 2nd and 6 to go. Even though the scoreboard says 5, we're looking at it, and it is 6 to go.
Now they're averaging about, I would say, 18 seconds to get the plays up. Yep.
Yeah, we're already at 8:20 left to go here in quarter number 2. So this game moving along very swiftly. And handoff, second man coming through. I believe that is Daniels. And not a lot of room there that time for Sean Daniels.
That's one of the few times they didn't do a direct handoff off tackle, guard hole. It was kind of like a sweep-looking thing.
Yeah.
And watch out. It may look like a sweep this time, and it's going to be a short pitch. It could be something going around even the other way. So,
no doubt.
The defense got to be awake. Stay at home.
So Sean Daniels takes it out to the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3 to go for the Wolverines at their own 43-yard line. Bellevue leading 7-0. Straight handoff up the middle. That's Wang. I think he's going to be short.
He's pretty close, though. He's pretty close.
Yeah, he stumbled, but I think the ball is going to go back a little bit. Yeah, it is. So it's going to be they give him a first down.
No, it looked
I thought he stumbled short of it, but they say no. So first down out to the 46-yard line.
So here we go. They're already approaching plus side of the 50.
Yeah.
And it's what? By the time this play goes off, there's only going to be about 7 minutes left in the quarter.
If you just joined us, Bellevue, the Wolverines leading the Kennewick Lions 7-0 here in the state AAA championship game. We're live at Spark Stadium. 7 minutes left to play here in quarter number 2.
Oh.
And the handoff, Teets. He's got some room. He's got one man to beat on the outside. He does. He's to the 40, the 35, and finally knocked out at about the 31, 32-yard line. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle by Austin Stoddard. Stoddard was there, made sure that Teets did not take it all the way to pay dirt.
Yeah, I think Kenwick's going to have to start doing something different. They're going to have to game. They're going to have to do some run blitz.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do something to change it up.
Well, and they've got to do something to contain that outside run because they cannot allow Bellevue. I mean, and Bellevue's going to pound it, and then boom, try to go outside.
Tight line.
Yeah.
Tight line, split back. It's just going to be power football. There it is.
Wang off to the side, breaks the tackle, and just tripped up. Another touchdown-saving tackle. This time, I believe that was trying to see the number of the player that got the tackle. Wang, though, gets a first down.
Let me see.
82, I believe it was.
82 again?
Yeah, Simeon Howard.
Yeah, he's a corner safety, one of the two. But, again, nothing fancy.
Yeah, and you know what's happening, again, if Bellevue gets through that first level,
they're gone.
So Kennewick is going to have their linebackers are going to need to stay home.
Yeah, tight line, power formation, off tackle
right
there.
Oh,
my goodness, he's still running.
Man, just keeping those legs churning. And he's going to pick up about 6 yards across the 15.
And this quarter is half over already.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I said I was going to time it. They've had this for the last part since 9 minutes. They've had it for almost 4 minutes.
Almost 4 minutes, yeah. So Wang with the pickup down to the 14-yard line, a 6-yard pickup, but it'll be 2nd and 4. And Bellevue trying to add to their 7-0 lead.
Tight line, power formation. There he is.
Off the left side.
Oh, my goodness. He's close, but a little bit short. Yep. Let me see. We got it.
Oh, now late flag going into the huddle. I'm not sure, into the pile-up.
Unsportsmanlike?
I'm not sure. Then the official picks up his flag and gently drops it down at the 12-yard line. So
holding.
We're going to hold on Bellevue.
Okay.
So that's going to come back. That will come back. If you're just tuning in, I'm Rick Dupree along with John Yasutaki. We also have Daniel B., Lourdes, and Tony B. We're here, as well as the man himself, Cedric Prim. He's just consulting, watching the game. But we are here. So the penalty on the Wolverines, going to take the ball back to the 22-yard line, so that'll make it 2nd and about 11 to go. Wolverines have to get down to about the 11-yard line for the first down.
But again, 5 minutes left in the quarter. 5:50. We're playing on the. They're playing on the Kennewick side of the field.
Second man handoff, Teets, and they cut it in, and so good job there on the outside, John, by Kellen Weeble. Weeble turned Teets in.
Yep.
And a short pickup down to about the 17-yard line. So we've got called a 4-yard pickup.
He did good because there was a blocker ahead, and he was able to seal it off. Again, the whole thing is when you play for outside-inside, you keep your outside arm and leg free. You don't want to get hooked. You don't want to get turned in.
Yeah. No, that's a really good point. You keep those free, and that allows you to stay outside of the blocker, whoever. Yeah, it's coming. Hand off a Wang off the right side, and he's across the 15 down to about the 13, I believe. So that's going to make it a 4th and about 2.5.
Yep. It's close.
So it's about
3.
They're saying 3,
3 yards.
Yep. Yeah, actually, I mean, look at the box and then look at the change. That's a 2 yards. Ball's on the 13-yard line. They got to get to the 11. So it's going to be 4th and 2, regardless of what the scoreboard says.
No, that's 2 yards.
Yeah, I'm the authority here.
Yeah, man, but you're right. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, eyeballing it. And
so tight line
again.
Yep. 2 backs. Hand off to Wang off the left side, and he's across the 10-yard line. Has a first down.
Of course. This was off the guard tackle hole. Not the tackle end hole.
Not a lot that Kennewick could do there. Yep. And Bellevue, the first down, keeps the clock moving. And the Wolverines trying to add to their 7-0 lead here with 4:17 left to play in the first half.
And like I said, we sound like we're predictable, but it is. Bellevue is a predictable power football team. It basically is. We'll tight line block. We're going to block you off the line of scrimmage, stop our run. Tight line again. Split backs. Here we go.
Hand off and
I think it
whistle
was
blows.
movement. I think there was some movement in there.
Yeah. So let's see what the official's call is. So pre-snap whistle.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Eagle procedure.
False start on Bellevue, it looks like. So to go back 5 yards.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the only thing that's preventing Bellevue from scoring are the penalties.
Yeah.
But Kennewick hasn't been able to stop them. Even with the penalties, they've been able to move the ball. They had at 12 yards and then 11 yards second, and they still got that first down. So
it moves the ball back to the 14-yard line, and it'll be first and goal from the 14.
Tight line.
And the handoff, Daniels, and he's cut back. Yeah, very good play there on the outside by David Wasinski, rather. Yeah. And Wasinski turns Daniels back in, so a short pickup down to about the 13-yard line. So it'll be second and goal to go at the 13-yard line.
Played that very good.
Yeah, that was an excellent play. Wasinski forcing Daniels to turn it in.
Now, this is when I say, let me throw a pass.
Yeah.
That poor little word.
And they listen to you, John, and they do that. Wide open, and just overthrows him. Oh, I tell you what. Yeah, he had him. Missouri had Hogan Hansen. Hansen was open. John, you called it. And Missouri just could not get it to him. You got to just, as Edmund Bailey would say, you got to lay it on him.
Got to lay it on him.
And
again,
he let him.
Kennewick is so conscious of the run. They couldn't even react to that little simple rollout.
Yeah.
You got a excuse my language, big tight end rolling across the field. Excuse my language, folks.
Third and goal to go 13. Daniels, second man through. He's got room. Breaks the tackle across the 5 down to about the 4-yard line.
Man, that was a tough run.
Yeah.
Pardon my language, folks, but he had a big tight end running free across the field.
Big old hole.
And he missed him. But now they just
So Kennewick's going to call a timeout. We've got a 4th and goal at the 4-yard line. This is a huge play. 2:43 left to play in the first half. Bellevue leading 7-0. Kennewick's got to get a stop here, John.
Yeah, I know. And so I'm Bellevue. I'm saying, okay, we've been running the ball. We threw a pass. If we don't score, we get the ball near the goal line. Guess what? They're in the hole. We don't want to throw a pass and get a turnover. We don't want to stop the clock with the incomplete pass. So let's run the ball. We've been doing okay. If we do score, great. If we don't score, we put them in the hole.
Yeah, they're in the hole.
And on field position, we may get the ball back with a chance to score.
Yeah, if you can enforce a 3 and out.
Right.
But again, me being an offensive guy, I might say as wide open on that last play as Hogan Hansen was, I may say, you know what, I'm gonna fake that dive in.
That's also
and get a guy running a fade pattern and just throw it up for him in the corner.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And you know what? We are wrong.
They're going to kick a field
goal. Head coach
Michael
Nip says we're going to kick a field goal. So the ball, the holder's on the 11-yard line. This will be a 21-yard field goal attempt for kicker Wiley Bryant. I'm a gambler. I would have gone for it.
I would have gone.
Snap is good. The kick is up, and it looks good.
It's good.
And
it
is good.
Right.
So 21-yard field goal for the Wolverines. 2:43 left to play in the first half. They lead it 10-0.
Well, that's a 2-score differential, though. That's a good thing for Bellevue. Now, with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left, Kennewick hasn't shown the ability to stretch the field. They're going to end up probably kicking it again. There may be enough time for Bellevue to move again down the field to score.
So if you're Kennewick, you're saying, hey, we've got to get a first down, at least one, and wind this clock down.
Yep. And this is where if you can get a return on a kickoff, but Bellevue has been able to put it just like that
put
kid
the ball in the end zone. Yeah,
that kid from Garfield can put that ball in the end zone, and that is a detriment if you want to get a run back. You can't. It's a touchback. So we'll see what happens here. This Bellevue kicker can get that ball in the end zone too.
Yeah, that's all. Wiley Bryant. He's got a strong leg. He's shown that leg on the extra points and the field goal there.
Yeah.
So Wiley Bryant puts the ball on the tee on the 40-yard line, steps back to about the 32-yard line, now takes a few steps to his left. And he'll come to the ball left to right. And he approaches the ball, the kick. And it's going to be deep, but short of the end zone. And it's fielded by
they got it.
number 82,
There's
Simeon
a hole.
Howard. Howard's got some
hole.
room. He's across the 30.
Yep, there was a hole there.
They're saying the ball is out.
They're saying he fumbled.
Let's see what the officials say, though. I think the officials are going to say he was down.
He was
let's
down?
see.
I didn't. Yeah, they got the ball back. No, they did get the ball back.
They did get it back regardless.
Yeah.
It looked like that was Eric Moore, number 10, that was on it.
Yeah.
So with
what?
So with
okay, I'm good.
Yep. So with 2:32 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah. All right, I'm good. I mean, let's see what Kennewick can do on this drive. They've got 2 minutes and a half to go, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, they haven't been able to move the ball consistently. So
well, they've got some drives and they've mixed it up well, but then they had a couple of turnovers in the first quarter. So the handoff and off the left side, and good job of getting about 5 yards and getting out of bounds is Miles Majowski.
Yeah.
So Majowski, good pickup, and again using that sideline, getting out of bounds.
Yeah. Yep.
So pick up. They're going to give him 4 yards to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6 to go for the Lions.
Yeah.
So a positive kick return, out to the 31. Still, I mean, you're 69 yards away from the end zone.
Chips right.
Yep.
1 setback.
Now looking receiver, and now scrambling out and finding a receiver in the flats there.
Yep,
that's Wazinski.
Yep, that's very good. That's moving the ball.
Yeah, so good job by Dayton Davis, the quarterback. Had some pressure coming, and he was able to avoid the pressure and then went out to, again, to Wazinski in the flats, and Wazinski gets the first down out to the 44-yard line. So, clock is stopped, and they haven't started it yet. I think they stopped it for the moving of the chains. Or was he knocked out of bounds?
He was out of bounds.
Okay.
He was out of bounds.
I missed that.
The trips left on this.
To the wide side of the field. Daniels rolling to that wide side. Got a receiver open and a catch, and he's got it, and it's off and raining. Off and
good
running,
play.
and it's raining.
Yep.
That was a Simeon Howard, and so Dayton with the scramble. Dayton Davis the scramble, and then found Howard, and Howard inside the 20. So big play, and that's what the Lions needed.
Yep.
Down to the 17-yard line, I believe it is. So they've still got 2 minutes left to play here.
Yep. And we talked about that earlier. They can throw the ball. They run a pretty balanced offense.
So ball's on the left hash, 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, which is the right side for the Lions.
1 setback.
And
quarterback
Davis, he's going to keep it. He's across the 15.
That was an option because it looked like he handed it and took it back.
Took it back, yeah. So I think forward progress is going to have him at about the 14-yard line. So pick up of about maybe 4 yards.
Clock is running. There's about a minute and a half left. They're going to have to kind of speed it up.
Yeah, they've got some timeouts. They haven't used all their timeouts. Yeah. So you got to use those. There's a minute 23 left to go, and 2nd and 7 to go.
Yeah. Okay. The spread. This is a pass. This is coming.
Yep. And Looking's got a receiver in the end zone. And, a great catch on the sideline.
Right on the sideline.
Yes, indeed. And that was number 19, Austin Stoddard.
He looks like he's out at about the 2.
Yeah. So Stoddard was able to stretch out and keep his feet in bounds and actually kept both in bounds. That would have been good in the NFL.
Yes.
And fell out of bounds. So tell you what, Kennewick with an impressive drive here. And looking to put some points on the board to pull to within 3 if they can right now.
Yep.
Bellevue leading 10-0 with 1:07 left to play, but the Lions first to go on the Bellevue 2-yard line. Dayton Davis and the handoff straight up the middle.
Nothing there.
Not a lot of room there for the running back, Miles Majowski. And I think he gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
They got to call timeout. Yep, they took a timeout.
Yep. Yeah, I believe I don't recall Kennewick calling a timeout. I think they have all 3. It doesn't show on the clock.
No, it doesn't show.
No. But we knew they had at least one, and they just used one of them at least.
Well, this is a big outcome here if they score, even if it's 3.
Yeah, but I mean,
you want to go 7. You want to get the touch.
Yeah, absolutely. If I'm head coach Randy Offholzer, I'm saying, hey, we have to punch it in. We've got to get 6 points here, and make it a 3-point ball game. Yep. So we shall see.
But like I said, their advantage is that they can move the ball through the air. That's what we talked about that earlier.
And they have shown that.
And there's a fact. They've shown exactly that short pass. You can't. It's tough. It's tough to defend.
So 2nd and goal. Ball's at the 2-yard line. 58 seconds left to play here in the first half. Bellevue leading Kennewick 10-0. But the Lions trying to get on the scoreboard. Quarterback Dayton Davis in the gun. Hands it off again. Majowski. He's hitting the backfield, spins. And not a lot there. John, and I get it. You want to just kind of punch it in, but why go away from what's been working for you? Spread your guys out, and again, I realize you're in the red zone here. It's a goal line stand, but still, don't pack it in and where you're outmanned.
No, so, they've got down here on the combination of run pass on those short passes. They got a good short pass game. And again, short passes are harder to defend.
Yeah, especially even in the goal line stance, you run a little quick out or run a fade pattern.
Right.
And then what you do is you have a tight end or slot back on that same side, and you kind of drag them across going the other way. Hey,
exactly.
I'll tell you what, or the same way. I like going the other way, only because you get the again. Now my play calling, but I get the defense looking one way, and then I got my guy dragging across the other way. And hopefully he breaks free.
Most teams will defend the wide side and not the short side.
So, again, Kennewick got it packed in. They don't have any receivers split out.
Yeah, they're tight line.
Yeah, so we'll see. 3rd and goal to go at the 2-yard line. The Lions trying to get on the board.
They're coming.
And Majowski.
He's
touchdown. The Lions on the scoreboard.
Yep.
Oh, yes, indeed. The senior, Miles Majowski, took it around the left side, and he had some room there, took it in 2 yards out, and the Lions on the scoreboard.
Good run. He's kind of like this. This is where I'm going. Stop me.
Yep.
And it looked like he made a commitment to get into the end zone, and he did. Look at that. Majowski's their top runner. He's their bread and butter guy.
And he's showing why.
Yeah.
He's carried the load as far as on the ground.
Yep.
And he punches it in from 2 yards out. Extra point is up and
looks good.
It is good.
Yep. All right.
So just like that, Kennewick comes back and gets a critical score. Less than 3 minutes to go. They get the ball, John, and they drove, I believe it was about 69 yards because the kickoff return was out to the 31-yard line.
Good
so a 69-yard drive for the Lions to get on the board. They're making a ball game of it.
So now if you're the Bellevue coach, you're saying, wow, I think we should have tried to score instead of kick that field goal. And he's probably thinking, Rick and John were correct. We should.
He said, man, they were in my ear. Why didn't I listen to those guys?
I would have. I'm like you. I would have tried. Even
because, and you make a good point, because even though, let's say you do that, and you don't get it, you have Kennewick deep in their own territory. That changes the play calling. If you've got the ball on the 4, 3, inside the 5 yard,
and you hold them, they kick 20 yards.
Yeah.
You're near midfield on the change. Field position. Against the science says field position is one of the most key factors on your success.
So we've got 44 seconds left to play in the first half. We're live at Sparks Stadium.
And the cold and not cold dreary, it's just cold and gray.
Yeah, it looks like the rain has let up. It was just sprinkling. And the ball's fielded about the 11-yard line. And I believe that is number 21, Joel Schneider.
God, he got almost out to the 40.
Yeah, so a good return. Schneider got it, fielded the ball at about the 11-yard line, so close to about a 28, 29 yard. Let's see where they spot it.
No, that's even with 44 seconds left, that's too many yards to give up on the kickoff.
Yeah, you don't. So he takes it all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Yeah.
So 27-yard return.
Yeah. What do we say? Offense brings the fans. Defense wins the games. Special teams wins the championships.
Yeah, got to have all three phases. So we got 36 seconds left to play here in the first half.
He got a pretty good return.
Yeah, he really did. Now let's see if Bellevue looks to put the ball up in the air. And under center now looks like, Lucas Rosori, he's under center, not in the gun. And the handoff, first man through. Still on his feet. Wang breaks the tackle. He's across midfield. Oh, William Wang.
My goodness.
Tell you what, all the way into Lion territory down to about the 41-yard line.
They got time to score.
And Bellevue's got some timeouts as well. And I believe they're going to use one of them right here. Yep. So 29 seconds and a big pickup into Kennewick territory down to the 42-yard line.
That's about almost 20 yards on that run. Yeah. Oh, no, I take that back. It was about a 15-yard run.
On the 38-yard line, I think it was.
Yep. That was
so 12, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, I thought it was about a 20-yard run. Yeah.
We don't have our statisticians here with us, our spotters. So
and we got bad eyes. And we got bad eyes. I got bad eyes, but
hey, I got glasses. I got bad eyes too, bro.
But man, just like Mayowski, Wang, you just can't. One guy just can't bring him down. You got to hit him, wrap him, and hope to get help because one guy just can't do it.
Yeah.
And Wang has shown you got to get that guy down. I mean, he
you have to be a textbook tackler. You've got to wrap him up. You know, you got to again,
get low, roll your hips.
Hit him with the shoulder, hand off up the middle. Nope, check it on the outside, and that's I believe that was Sean Daniels.
Oh, he got about 4 or 5 yards if he didn't step out earlier. No, they're giving it to him right there. So that's about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
And he didn't get out of bounds. So I think Bellevue, he did not get out of bounds.
No, he didn't.
Using a second time out.
He tried. I know he was running to the boundary. So,
so pickup of about 3 yards, actually. So it'll be 2nd and 7 to go balls on the Kennewick 39-yard line. 21 seconds left to go here in the first half.
That Auburn-Alabama game. The young man was running on the sideline, coming up the field, and he was getting tackled. And instead of going down and staying inbounds, he ran out of bounds. And that gave Alabama 20 more seconds on the clock. And then Alabama came back and won the game on that. Things like that.
Yeah, and again, there's game awareness.
Right.
You have to know what's going on and pay attention. And so, again, if you're the coach, if you are one of the captains, you got to say, okay, you guys, we got 21 seconds. You got to get out of bounds if you can.
Yep.
I think Bellevue, if I'm not mistaken, has one more timeout. That was their second.
Yeah, I think they have one more.
Yeah, I don't recall them using a timeout.
They got tight line again.
Tight line up. Hand off to the second man through. And again, that was, I believe, no, that wasn't a Sean Daniels. That was number 2, Chase Taylor. And Taylor, just a short pickup down to the 38-yard line. So about a 2-yard pickup. Yeah. And the Wolverines used their last timeout.
Well, so you got 15 seconds. Your play average is around 7 seconds, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, so you can maybe get a couple plays if one of two things. Either if you're running it, you got to get out of bounds because now you're out of timeouts, or if you're throwing it.
And you got to get to the line to gain the first down, so at least you'll have another set of downs.
Yeah, we'll see what far out here for a field goal. I mean, this would be a 65, 66, 67 yarder. So out of field goal range.
Yeah.
But if you can, and John, I honestly, and we saw Bellevue did this last week. They faked the dive in, had a guy they missed it just overthrew the receiver, but they can put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
I know, as you said, that passing is a 4-letter word for them, but not in a good way. But again, if I'm head coach Michael Nip, I might say, hey, let's put it in the air. Let's see if we can get them. And nope, the handoff. Teets coming on. Teets running for the sideline. And
he got a first down, though.
Yep, he got a first down. And are they saying he's out of bounds? I think.
Yep. So you got at least one play here, and then maybe kick a field goal.
So Blake Teets gets it across the 30 to the 29-yard line. And he gets out of bounds as well, I believe, because the clock.
Oh, they're going for the field goal now.
So this will be a 30, 40, almost a 46-yard field goal. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it's going to be short.
It's going to be short.
It's going to be short. No good.
No.
So Kennewick does a great job. 2 seconds still left on the clock. Kennewick, a great job. And the clock working in their favor, obviously, of stopping the Wolverines, keeping them out of the end zone, keeping them off the scoreboard. So unless something unforeseen happens, we'll go into the locker room here after one play with the score Bellevue 10, Kennewick 7.
See, now this is interscholastic rules. Where you kick the ball isn't where you get the ball if you miss a field goal.
Right,
you get the ball in the end.
It's a turnover.
Or touchback.
Yeah, it's like a touchback and get it on the 20. So Kennewick will take over 1st and 10. And honestly, John, if I'm the head coach, I'm saying, let's and they're doing that. No, they got. I honestly would have them under center, snap, and
kneel. Yeah,
you just too many things. But Kennewick they've got twins on both sides, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Now they got a man coming in motion. And handoff Majowski. He's got a big hole across the 25.
Oh, he got hit.
Down.
That was a good smack there.
So that's going to do it. One half of play out of the way here at Sparks Stadium. The AAA State Championship game. Number 1, Bellevue leading number 6, Kennewick by a score of 10-7. We're going to throw it to Daniel B. He's going to update you on some of the other championship game action that will be going on and is going on. And we'll be back for second half action here at Sparks Stadium in about 15 minutes on Rainier Avenue Radio. Daniel?
Yeah, 12:57 p.m. on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. Myself, Daniel Bellis here. At halftime with Bellevue up over Kennewick 10-7, the number 1 over the 6 seed. Kennewick 10-7 right here. Kennewick keeping it very close to Bellevue Wolverines team that has rolled over everyone this season. The closest game they've ever played was probably their opening round of the state playoffs against Lakes, where it was really close going into the half, but Bellevue was able to control that second half. We'll see what the Kennewick Lions can do in the second half, but they currently trail by just a field goal, 10-7 right there. We are broadcasting live, and we do have, if you are watching on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch platforms, there are rights restrictions by the WIAA. We were not allowed to show the action on the field during the game. However, we are allowed to show any halftime festivities and pregame and postgame, anything along that line. So we will be doing a couple of interesting things here in the second half, including interviews and maybe some crowd interactions with the crowd that's right in front of us. The Bellevue band is literally sitting right in front of us. Kenwick band's over to our right, we're broadcasting it here live, free of charge. No payment for you. You can just log on, watch, and listen. We do this out of the kindness of our hearts. We pay for our own equipment. We train our community. We let them do their shows by training them, getting them on the air. And to help a community radio station broadcast, feel free to send a donation. Go to Venmo and search, and then Rainier Avenue Radio. So the Venmo donation to Rainier Avenue Radio, or you can also go to our website for other avenues to donate, such as Shunpike and others. Go to RainierAvenueRadio.world and then click donate. Again, RainierAvenueRadio.world and click donate. Just like there's a donate right on the top of the screen. Rainier Avenue Radio, donate. And if you look at your, trying to pull that up real quick right here, just like that. If you click donate, just like that, we'll get a page. Looks like this. Donate online, mail in person, and Venmo. Also Shunpike. Many different options you can do to donate to Rainier Avenue Radio to help us make these broadcasts possible on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It is currently 10-7. Bellevue over Kennewick. We invite you to join us this Christmas for our Christmas holiday bazaar and party. It's going down this Saturday on December the 11th. Check it out from noon to 5. Free in all ages. Come to the Columbia City Theater, and we'll have Santa there. We'll also have Frosty the Snowman performing. Also Goodie Bag and Josephine Howell. Lots of in store there. Also, Rainier Avenue Radio will be celebrating its Christmas party as well. So you'll be opportunity to meet Rainier Avenue Radio personalities, and it'll be a great time. Our annual holiday bazaar and party next Saturday, the 11th, noon until 5 p.m. right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. All right. As you can see, we are broadcasting some of the halftime festivities from Sparks Stadium with Bellevue leading over Kennewick 10-7. That is the Bellevue band that you can see there on the field. And we are able to show you these halftime festivities as we broadcast here from halftime from Sparks Stadium, Bellevue leading Kennewick. Now, we will be starting our basketball coverage here at Rainier Avenue Radio. The Metro League is in full swing already here into the it's the full first week of their season. Each of these teams have played 2 games, and we're already seeing some interesting, after last night's scores in boys, another surprise by West Seattle. Last year, or early in the spring, we were flabbergasted when they beat O'Day. This year, last night, in fact, they defeated Eastside Catholic 61-51. West Seattle down the Crusaders, dropping Eastside Catholic to 1-1 on the season and giving West Seattle the lead in the Metro League Sound boys basketball standings. Also, yesterday, lots of other games in action. In fact, everybody in the Metro League played. Rainier Beach and Seattle Prep had a barn burner going on. Seattle Prep took an early lead, but a second quarter, the Seattle Prep Panthers went scoreless. They were held to 0 points. Rainier Beach was able to take a lead. They poured it on in the third quarter, opening up a 10-point lead. Seattle Prep with a late charge in the fourth, and they came within 1 point, but Rainier Beach was nailing their 3 throws, and Prep falls by 2 points, 61-59. Rainier Beach stayed undefeated last night against Seattle Prep, 61-59. Speaking of O'Day, easy game for them against Ingram, 81-35. Just a blowout victory right there with the running clock and everything. Same with Garfield, just destroying Cleveland, 99-30. Franklin and Nathan Hale in a very close one. Franklin wins the game over Nathan Hale, 68-64, and Franklin starts the season 1-1, but 2-1 overall. A great start for the Franklin Quakers this year in 2021. Roosevelt wins 5 points over Chief South, 59-52. And Lakeside dominated their game against Ballard, 54-40. But it was actually very close in the second quarter. Ballard even took the lead by a few points. But after that, it was all Lakeside, 54-40 over Ballard. Also, Bishop Blanchette winning by double digits over Lincoln, controlling their game right there. It was never close, 48-36, Bishop Blanchette over Lincoln. In the Mountain, Lakeside is taking an early lead in the standings for Metro. They lead at 2-0 overall. 2-0, 3-0 overall. And O'Day also 2-0 after their big blowout win. They are sitting on top of the Metro Mountain. Eastside Catholics in third at 1-1. Bishop Blanchette at fourth at 1-1. Also Prep at 1-1. So the Mountain has 2 teams on the top and 3 teams tied at 1-1. A very competitive Mountain, as we usually see in the Metro League. In the Sound standings, West Seattle taking an early lead They're 2-0 on the season. They're tied with Rainier Beach. Just they have allowed less points. That is why they win the tiebreaker. And in third place, Lincoln and Roosevelt, both at 1-1 apiece. Ballard and Chief Self sit in the cellar of the sound basketball standings for Metro at 0-2 apiece. In the Valley, Garfield leads all by themselves 2-0. Franklin's in second at 1-1, and then you have 3 0-2 teams: Nathan Hale, Ingram, and Cleveland, all at 0-2 apiece. So Garfield leading there in the Valley. If the season were to end today, Metro's championship bracket, which features the top 2 of each division, would feature Lakeside, O'Dea, West Seattle, Rainier Beach, Garfield, and Franklin. But yeah, it's a very long season, so we'll see how things play out. And Rainier Avenue Radio's basketball coverage will be starting in a few weeks. So stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll follow it all the way to the state championship and broadcast live from there. You're watching halftime coverage here from Spark Stadium with the Bellevue Wolverine Band just wrapping up their performance there on the field, with Bellevue leading Kennewick 10-7, only by a slim field goal right there. We'll also be updating you with some scores, as there's one huge Metro game going on at 1:30 p.m. Eastside Catholic, after falling to West Seattle, they will be at Auburn in a big contest. With Auburn is last in the spring season, they were undefeated. So this will be a huge test for the Eastside Catholic Crusaders, and we'll see if they can overcome Auburn, who is highly favored. In fact, Auburn will be hosting a special tournament going on here in a few weeks from now, invite only, which will feature several Metro League teams, including Garfield, O'Dea, Eastside Catholic, Nathan Hale, and some teams from out of state. And that'll be at Auburn in a couple of weeks. I think it's called the Hardwood Tournament or something along that nature. I'm not exactly sure what they call. But we are live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio, your community radio station, 1:07 p.m. Daniel Bellis here. Let's take a look at some of the girls' basketball scores for Metro last night, including Seattle Prep, a dominating win over Rainier Beach, 62-11. Same thing with Bishop Blanchette, just demolishing the Lincoln Lynx, 72-16. Franklin took care of Nathan Hale, 42-16. Garfield 111-2. Oh my God, what a score. Oh man, 111-2. The Garfield girls over Cleveland. I've never seen a girls team go over 100 points in high school, but that happened last night. Eastside Catholic defeating West Seattle on the girls' side of the coin, 50-35. And Holy Names dominating Ingram, 59-14. Lakeside with a close one over Ballard in girls' action, 43-35. And Roosevelt defeating Chief Self, 44-25. There'll also be a girls' game going on for Metro League. West Seattle will be hosting Skyline at 7 p.m. The early standings for girls basketball after 2 games. Holy Names sits on top of the mountain standings at 2-0. Also, Lakeside and Seattle Prep are both at 2-0, and is Eastside Catholic. 4 teams on the mountain standings for the girls, all at 2-0, sitting on top. Bishop Blanchette sitting in 5th place with 1-1. Metro League sound standings sees Ballard on top, West Seattle in 2nd, and Roosevelt in 3rd, all at 1-1 apiece. And then Chief Self, Lincoln, and Rainier Beach all have started the season 0-2 in league. In the Valley, Garfield and Franklin are both started their seasons at 2-0, sitting at 1-2 apiece. Garfield over Franklin due to less points allowed. And then Ingram, Nathan Hale, and Cleveland sit 3rd through 5th at 0-2 apiece. So if the season were to end right now, regular season, and the Metro playoffs were to begin for a championship bracket. The teams competing would be Holy Names, Lakeside, Ballard, West Seattle, Garfield, and Franklin. But as we said with the boys, it's a very long season and anything could happen. But after 2 games, that's what it looks like. And Rainier Avenue Radio will broadcast live, especially the boys' games, but we'll squeeze in some girls' games along the way, and we'll follow the season as best we can all the way to the state championship. So we will do Metro playoffs, we will do Sea King, we will do the state playoffs, and then we'll do the championship game with basketball, boys and girls basketball. But football has one more half left here in 3-0, 3A, with Bellevue leading Kennewick 10-7 right here on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio at 1:11 p.m. on there. After the game, stay on your community radio station to flip over to our app, which you can download for free on iPhone and Android users. And also, you can go to our website, RainierAvenueRadio.world. There's a player in the upper right corner right there for you to listen in live. And there's also a donate button there as well. So you can help your community radio station operate and do their thing right there. As you can see on our website, upper right corner, donate to RAR. We appreciate you for listening live. We're about to take it here to your second half with Rick Dupree and John Yasutaki. I've been Daniel Bellis with your halftime report from Sparks Stadium. Here we go with Rick and John.
All right, thank you, Daniel. And I tell you what a first half. And Tony Abbey also joining us. And what a first half. Real quickly, we got about 3 minutes before the second half kickoff. And we weren't sure what we might see, but Kennewick has made it a game, getting that score under 2 minutes left in the game and driving with 44 seconds left, getting on the board to pull to within 3 points. So at halftime, Bellevue leading 10-7. And I tell you what, one thing I want to say is that, and John and I were talking about this, Bellevue keeping the ball on the ground. William Wang, 105 yards on the ground in the first half, and Kennewick putting the ball in the air, and they got 79 yards in the air. So a tale of two teams. Real quick, we'll talk more about that, but we got Tony B joining us. And Tony, how's it going today? Yeah. Hey.
You got food about here? You want some crack and cheese? Go ahead. Oh.
Hey. Tony, thank you. And talking about interns real quick before we go to the game, we got about half a minute here. Is we've got a great partnership with Seattle Academy as well. And Rainier Avenue Radio has been a home for the Seattle Academy Senior Project Program. And I believe Seattle Academy's had 3 or 4 students up to this point now that just through the Senior Project Program alone, in addition to the Rainier Avenue Radio's internship program. So great partnership, and we appreciate that. And yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the second half kickoff, Bellevue fields it and across the 25 to 30, 35, 40, out to the 40-yard line. And a good return for the Wolverines, and they will start off first and 10 on their own 40-yard line. And that was number 21, Joel Schneider, with a nice return for the Wolverines. And John, it'll be interesting to see if both teams kind of continue what we saw from them in the first half, or if they switch it up.
No.
You know, again, if I'm either coach, I like what I saw from my ball club, and so want to make sure that I will continue to do the same thing.
Well,
you're on. Go ahead.
Am I on? I can't hear him.
John. So we'll go get that mic fixed in just a minute. Make sure he is on. First and 10 for the Wolverines, and the handoff right up the middle. William Wang, and he breaks a tackle. He's across midfield. He's got a man to beat. Gets a block. Oh, almost got the block, and a great play by Andre Breedlove. And Breedlove, I tell you what, made sure that Wang did not go all the way.
Yep.
And Breedlove, I tell you what, Breedlove, there was a blocker out front as well, John, and Breedlove worked through that. So
defeated the blocker, made the tackle. Great play.
Wang takes it down to the 40, and there's a flag, and I think it may be a pre-snap flag, although the snap was made. So let's see. Yeah, they're saying movement on Bellevue's side of the ball.
Yeah, we got the stat sheet. Mr. Wang had ran up about 105 yards on that first half.
Yeah.
And he's on his way.
So with that illegal procedure, the Bellevue Wolverines will have it first and 15 on the 45-yard line. And yet, just looking at total yards, Bellevue had 224 yards, all of them on the ground. Kennewick 140 in the first half. So the Wolverines hand off. I think that's Wang, second man through, and not a lot of room there, maybe a couple of yards down to about the 43-yard line. And again, want to welcome all of our listeners. And as Tony B said at halftime, typically we will broadcast the game as well.
Yeah.
But we weren't allowed to broadcast the stream, the video of the game. But we are obviously here live, and you are listening to us live. And if you're on one of our streaming platforms, you can see us. Hand off to Wang. And big hit at the line of scrimmage.
Whoa.
Coming up and making a tackle, Bronson Childs. Whoa, Bronson Childs.
We felt that up here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he had an angle, and he took it. And lowered.
Now that's a textbook tackle. Lowered the shoulder,
rolled the hips,
drove the legs. That's what you do. That's how you take a guy back. And so about a 1-yard pickup. And so to be 3rd and 12 to go. Ball is at the Kennewick 42-yard line for the Wolverines.
That's actually the first tackle I've seen where one person is actually put Wang down.
Yeah.
Because he busted too.
And not positive yards after the hit.
Yeah.
He stopped him cold in his track. So handoff, second man through, and I believe that is Teets.
Wow.
And Blake Teets.
About 6-7 yards on that one.
Yeah, inside the 40. They're going to mark it at the 37, forgive me. So it's going to make it 4th and 7. And, John, if you are head coach Michael Nip, what are you doing here? You going for it? You punting? Looks like they're going to go for it.
Yep. Put him in the hole. Try to get as many yards. If I don't get first down, but
at least, you're
the field position changes.
Side of the field. Yep. And if you get the first down, and you've broken some plays, 7 yards, not out of the that's a 4th and 8. So handoff, second man through, and
good
stop
play.
For short gain. It may be 1 yard is a Sean Daniels. So great defensive play, and the Lions step up. And I tell you what, John, you talk about a momentum shifter. That could be it right there.
Well, that was because they did it's kind of like Bellevue's rendition of a trick play. You had the guy coming across, and you fake that handoff and come back as almost like a counter, I guess you could say. And they cut it. They shut it down. Nothing different. Bellevue's going to come with their 4-5.
And so the Lions take over 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line. 9:47 left to play in the third quarter. Bellevue leading 10-7, and the fans are on their feet. I tell you what, the stands across from us, Kenwick, it's packed over there. And the handoff, and that is Majowski.
Nice run, nice cut.
Cutting back, and Majowski pick up of about 8 yards.
Yeah.
Let's see where they spot it, but I think they're spotted at the 44-yard line.
Got a good push, and he had a nice cut. He actually cut back inside, and like I said, all you have to do as a lineman, having played lines, just get a push.
Yeah.
You don't have to knock the guy into the next county.
Well,
just get a push on him.
And my thing is a running back, if you can push the guy off, you give me a lane, I'll find the lane,
exactly.
I'll get there. Yep. So 2nd and 2 to go. Ball's on the 44. Mayovsky again off the right side.
Nice
got a hole across midfield,
nice
and
run.
he is stopped at about the 48-yard line.
Hey.
I tell you what, I'm looking across, John, the stands across from us, and you got a majority of the Kennewick fans. Looks like they're on their feet.
Yes.
They're cheering their team on.
And it is packed over there, folks.
It is. So the side opposite of us, opposite of the press box, is a little bit smaller. It is covered as well. The rain is coming down, not heavily, but certainly it's coming down. And so keeping the ball on the ground and 2 hands on the ball is a premium at this point.
1 setback, 3 receivers right.
Hand off Mayovsky, delays.
Nice cut. Nice
step. 45 down to close to the 40.
Again,
pick up 7-8 yards.
He's a tough tackle. It's real hard to get him down with one guy, and you got to really wrap him up. He runs very hard.
Yeah, and Mayovsky's a senior. Miles Mayovsky, 6'2", 205-pound senior, listed as 6'2", 205. That's a load and a big guy to bring down.
Yeah.
And he kind of weaved his way. They're going to give him 7 yards on that carry. So the ball is 2nd and 3 on the 41-yard line. Dayton Davis calling the signals. Got a receiver split wide to his right, 1 to his left. Ball's in the middle of the field. Hand off to Mayovsky.
Late hand off.
Mayovsky
cut back.
Cuts it back. He's got some room. Nobody there. He could go all the way. He's to the 10 and brought down. But
10.
Coming back. There's a flag at the 40. And either a clip or a hold is coming back.
It looks like it may be a hold. I thought I saw the referee. That was a good cutback.
Mayovsky, cutback, and there was nobody there. And the defender for Bellevue had holding. Yeah. Had the angle on him. But it's all for naught. It's coming back.
That was a good run, though.
Yeah, so the spot of the foul, the flag's on the 40. So I think it's probably going to come back to the 50, and that'll make it a 2nd and 12. And again, in Washington State high school football, on hold, it's from the spot of the foul.
And 10 yards.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Comes back to midfield. So it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Lions. Ball right at midfield.
God, and first time I ever seen Bellevue out of position on that run.
Yeah,
they were chasing. They were chasing.
I didn't see the hold, so I don't know if that sprung Mayovsky the pass, and it's tipped down and
almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted, and that was number 42, which is Landon Johnson. So Landon Johnson got a hand on the ball and almost picked it off.
What happened on that one, had that pass gone through, that would have been a great pass because he's running a drag right across the middle. Because all these short passes have been going outside, that drag across the middle, just like you said, that was wide open in the middle. And they're running 2 split safeties there back there, 2 high safeties or Tampa 2 look.
So now
the middle's open.
Excuse me. Double twins, twins right, twins left, single back. Davis looking to, and the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and getting up to tip it, I believe, was Tom Nash. Nash, the defensive lineman, got his hand up. Yeah, that was Nash, number 16, and tipped the pass. So it falls incomplete. It'll make it 4th and 12 to go for the Lions, and they are bringing the punting unit on. Ball is right at midfield.
They were trying to hit that middle because of that, 2 high safeties. The middle is wide open.
Yeah, and a good job by Tom Nash just getting his hands up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, lineman, you got to get that guy to keep his hands down by hitting him.
Short, low kick. It is fielded at the 21, and there's going to be a hole or a clip, I should say.
It looks like a clip.
Yeah. So the ball was fielded. Good job by Joe Schneider to field it short return, but the short gain that he got is coming back because there was a clip in the right around the area where he fielded the punt.
We're almost halfway through a quarter. This game is going fast.
It really is. 7:24 left to play in the third quarter. Bellevue leading Kennewick 10-7. And John, I think maybe a closer game than you and I thought it might be.
Exactly. But I thought the emotional swing was on Kennewick's side because of the fact that they upset 2 highly ranked teams back to back.
Yeah.
And they had something to prove coming in here.
So we're waiting on the official's call, but I believe it was a illegal block. Yep, clip on Bellevue. And So there are 2 penalties. So let's see where they spot the ball. Ball's going to go back from, looks like about 21, 22. It's going to go back 10, maybe 15 yards. Let's see. A 10-yarder down to about the 11. Okay, half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, it's a personal foul.
So I wonder why half the distance and not the 15.
Yeah. Well,
They
knocking off
Eastside Catholic, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We're the Lion flagship station today, but the Lions did get traveling all the way over, and you heard the broadcast last week here as they beat Eastside Catholic, and so handoff, and I believe that wasn't Wang, that was number 42. Again, that was a Landon Johnson off the left side, and Johnson, a nice pickup, man. It's gonna be a first down.
Because some slow, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And handoff right up the middle. Not a lot of room for the ball carrier. And the pickup of, again, that was Johnson again, and maybe, let's see where they spotted. About a yard. So a good defensive play there. Yeah, for those of you listening over in the Tri-Cities area, as Tony mentioned earlier, we will be broadcasting primarily Metro League, but take it all the way to the state basketball as well. So you can tune in and you can join us on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Go to the Rainier Avenue Radio page, and the handoff up the middle off the left side. I believe that is Wang, and he's out to about let's see where they spotted, the 29 maybe.
Couple of yards.
Yep. So it's going to be third and about 6, maybe 7 yards to go. So I tell you what, the Kennewick defense stepping up here and really making the ball game. That's right. Yes.
Juan, Mr. Baseball, Coco.
Yes. So keep it tuned in right here, Rainier Avenue Radio.world. And the handoff, Wang off the right side, and he's across the 30, but he's going to be short of the first down.
Short a couple yards.
So that's going to make it fourth and about 3. They spotted about the 33. They've got to get up to the 36-yard line. So let's see. Fourth and a long 2, short 3. So let's see. And it doesn't look like Bellevue's pulling the punt unit in. This could be a big play here as well. Swing if Kennewick is able to stop Bellevue from the first down, because the ball is well in Bellevue territory. Ball's at the 33-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to be short.
Yep.
He's going to be short. Let's see.
No, the lead official looks like he's
official. Let's see. Are they saying it's?
Yeah, they're short.
They're saying first down.
Yes, first down.
From the perspective here, it looked like the sticks were 36. He had to get to 35, so my mistake.
The linesman saw it, though.
Yep.
And he's the one that.
Yep, and he gets thumbs up. So just barely that first down. Yeah, that was a big play.
And again, for those of you who are listening, you know how we get on. Whether it's basketball, football, or baseball, we create that video in your mind so that you can actually visualize in your mind what's taking place. So those of you listening to us, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah. That's right. That's how we get down at Rainier Avenue Radio in the hood, baby. No. All right, first and 10 for Bellevue at the 35-yard line.
Yep.
And again, handoff, first man through Wang.
He's gone.
He's open. He's gone.
He
He's
could go all
the 20.
the
10.
way.
Touchdown, William Wang.
No flags.
64 yards. Oh, he broke from 65 yards. Check that. William Wang. He got through that first level, and there was nobody there, John.
It's typical power football. They hit you, then they just blast off a long run. Kenwick is doing a good job holding the 2-3 yards, but every time they break through, it's again It's indicative of how Bellevue plays. No, that's it. They're crowding the line of scrimmage because when a team can run the ball, you start consciously crowding the line of scrimmage. There's no underneath. And then once they break through that cross, they're gone. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened on that play. So
by himself.
Yeah, untouched, nobody there. Yeah. It was essentially a foot race.
Yep.
So a flag on the extra point, but the kick was good, and I think it's going to be against Kennewick, and they'll assess it on the kickoff. But let's see, waiting on the official call here.
They call leverage or roughing the kicker.
So now the official coming over to talk to the Bellevue coaching staff.
Well, you know what? If they put it on the 1 or 2 yard line, I may just run it in for 2 points.
Yeah.
You know?
So personal foul, roughing the kicker.
Yeah, that puts it.
And so I believe what they're going to do is they will assess it on the kickoff, which means Bellevue will kick off from midfield, and likely with the strength of their kicker, Wiley Bryant, strength of his leg, it'll be in the end zone, the kick. So, John, you're not going to be able to return it, but it's a costly penalty, not really.
Yep.
So with the touchdown run and the extra point, Bellevue takes a 17-7 lead here. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. We're live at Sparks Stadium. AAA State Championship, #1 Bellevue, #6 Kennewick, Rick Dupree, John Yasutaki, Jay Easy as they call him, right. Tony B, and we're bringing it to you.
Jay Easy. This is again a two-score differential.
Yep.
And there's only 4 minutes left in this quarter.
And that's it. I mean, they control the tempo, and that fan is absolutely right. They control the ball. And again, we mentioned this. This has been the Seahawks' problem. Their opponents are averaging, more than twice, having the ball more than twice as long as the Seahawks. And again, you can't win a game if you don't have the ball.
Yeah. And he went through the goalpost, so the Bellevue kids are happy. It's not going to count for a field goal, though, but they were so happy for the kicker. The kid's got a good leg.
Like I said,
does. The only other
kid, senior kicker, Wiley Bryant, and he's shown a strong leg. So
Right.
I knew it with the penalty in the ball at midfield, he would kick it into the end zone, which he did.
And like the only other kid we've seen do that consistently was that kid from Garfield,
Miles Markovac.
Right. And like I said, most of these kickers can't get it into the end zone consistently.
Yeah. And so 1st and 10 for the Lions on the 20. Hand up Majowski across the line. He's going to be hit maybe a yard.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, a play like that, John, we talk about momentum and what have you. And I thought the momentum was shifting toward Kennewick. That big play, that 65-yarder.
All it does.
Yeah. And I tell you what, when you just get pumped up and people, if you have a play, you don't understand kind of that momentum, and a single play like that can get your adrenaline flowing, and that makes a difference.
Yeah. And the thing is about a running team, if you can't stop them, it gets in your head that, hey, we can't stop these guys. That's a psychological block.
So they give Majowski a 2-yard pickup. Handoff again up the middle.
Nice run, but he got
hit.
Whoa.
Oh, gang tackled and brought down. Forward progress. We're going to have him out about the 23, so a gain of a yard. So make it 3rd and 3. I'm sorry, 3rd and 7. Forgive me.
Well, he didn't get much, but no, like I'm saying, I'd much rather take the football and march it down the field over a team because they get to the thinking, hold it, we can't stop that other team.
Right, yeah.
Oh, they may break a long run. Okay, that was lucky. But if we can just take the ball and grind it out, we can't stop them. That's what's happening here.
So trips right, single receiver to the short side of the field, left one back. The quarterback, Dayton Davis, he's looking back, rolling to his right. Now he's going to chuck it and go. He's got room for first down.
Oh, he got a good job.
And across the 30, out to about the 33-yard line. So Dayton Davis, the senior quarterback, doing it on his own, using his legs, gets the first down. That's a big first down.
It is.
He tried to slow down that momentum of Bellevue.
Well, he's not getting much help from his receivers because they're not getting free.
Well, he actually had Dave Wazinski, forgive me, open right here in the flats and didn't see him. But he was able to get the first down with his legs.
We've got a slot right.
So 1st and 10 at the 33.
One setback.
And the screen out to Majowski. He's got a block, cuts it up across the 35, across the 40, cuts it back. He's got some room, John. He's got blockers in front of him. He could go all the way. He's in the 40, the 30, the 20, the 15, the
He's
10.
in. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Let's see. Waiting on the official. Touchdown. Oh, my
No
goodness.
flag.
68 yards. 68 yards on the screen. Majowski, 70. What did he say? I think it was 68 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. What a turn of events. Dayton Davis kind of he did it well. He looked downfield and then kind of just dumped it off to Majowski. Majowski got a couple of blocks and cut back. And he had a wall of blockers in front of him and took it all the way in for the touchdown.
This is the yeah. They but I have never seen Bellevue so out of position. They're running two high safeties. Oh, no.
And going for a bad snap, and the extra point is no good. Oh, John, that's a big play.
Yes.
Because it would have made it a 3-point. So 17-13 now.
Now it's a 2-score differential again.
Or they got to get in the end zone.
End zone and get the touchdown. Yeah, I'm sorry. 6-9, 6 would be 19. It is one score, but you're still on the short side. It should have been. I don't know what happened. It looked like. Was it a bad snap?
Yeah, mishandling of the snap.
Yeah.
So with that score, but I tell you what, 1:56 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Kennewick Lions will not go away.
Right.
Bellevue with an electrifying 65-yard touchdown run to go up 17-7, and the Lions say, "Hey, wait a minute, we got something for you as well."
Well, that's true.
The screen pass to Miles Majowski, and Majowski takes it. I believe that. Forgive me. I was looking at where the box was, and I think it was 68 yards.
It was
somewhere around there, but yeah.
But like we said, the stars of the game we called out at the beginning are the ones who are coming through. Majowski and Williams.
Well, all right.
That was
yeah.
That was a great run, though.
Or in the words of, I think it's Kirk Franklin, if you don't know, now you know, baby. Come on. Okay. Now you know, yeah. The Kirk bit a little bit off of him, huh? Oh, so low driving kick touches down, and so the kick went all the way down. Oh, they're going to say out of bounds. So Bellevue, the player let it go, and it finally went out of bounds. It looked like at the 1 yard line. It looked like the Bellevue player downed it there.
It was out of bounds.
Yeah,
with the feet out of bounds. So that is.
So the flag. So basically, what that means is that Bellevue will have the ball on the 35-yard line unless they take the penalty, which would be a re-kick, if I'm not mistaken. Is that, or is it automatic? At the
I think it's automatic because
So from our vantage point, see, it was across the field on the other side, and it looked like from my vantage point, and the Bellevue player there was number 21, Joel Schneider. It looked like he downed it.
What he did was put his feet out of bounds and grab the ball, and that makes that ball out of bounds. A legal procedure. That's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
But because his feet were out of bounds and he grabbed the ball, that is considered illegal procedure on the kickoff.
And so Bellevue's taking the penalty, and it's going to be a re-kick. That's what it looks like. Let's see. The official, I believe, let's see again, because the officials come across.
No, it's 35.
Okay.
They'll start at the 35.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw one of the officials coming way back here across midfield. But no.
That is a significant change in field position.
Yeah.
And that's the rule, though.
Yeah, you talk 15 yards.
Yeah.
Get on a touchback to 20.
Yeah.
To the 35. So we have had some big plays here in quarter number 3. An exciting ball game here. We are live at Spark Stadium in Puyallup. Rick Dupree, John Yasutaki, Tony B, Daniel B, Lourdes Prim, and we are bringing you the state AAA championship game. Number 1 Bellevue, number 6 Kennewick, and right now the Wolverines leading the Lions by a score of 17-13. A minute 56 left to go.
Timeout
in the third quarter, and a timeout on the field. And officials still having some discussion here.
I'm going to tell folks a little bit more about Rainier Avenue Radio. Thank you for listening in at the Rainier Avenue Radio App. we're excited to be bringing you this championship basketball, football, 3A.
Yeah, we are there.
3A championship game. Kennewick Lions and Bellevue Wolverines. We had both of these teams in Seattle Memorial Stadium last week, so we had a chance to review them. And we also have a wonderful programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is probably a great time to talk about our sports programming. We have a program that is new every Thursday, Seattle Sports News. Let's talk about everything soccer, hockey, football. I can't say basketball.
Yep. Oops. Masvita, yeah, that's every Thursday at 7, correct? I have, yes. Yeah, that is our live show every Monday night, and with Edwin Bailey, 11-year Seahawk veteran, we usually break down the Seahawks game, and if the Seahawks are either playing or had a game earlier in the week, we may have a different focus, but primarily during the Seahawks season is a Seahawks focus, and then we try to bring you a multitude of different topics throughout the year when we aren't focused on the Seahawks, and then following us is Lid Line Sports with Granville Emerson and Pepe Bean. That's an hour show from 7. Yeah, Pepe, from 7 to 8. So, yeah. Oh, yes. Forgive me. Yes. So, so a lot of sports programming here. And one of the things that, Tony, as we go back 4 years now, you and I, as we talked about Rainier Avenue Radio, we said, let's focus on prep sports. And so that is why we have really made that our focus for our live broadcasting of events, and because no one really covering it, and at least bringing it to the community for free, which we are. That's right. I will second that motion. But one of the beautiful things about Rainier Avenue Radio, you and I, Tony, have been involved in the radio for a number of years, and I think one of the special things about Rainier Avenue Radio is that it is community driven, and again, we have whether it's sports shows, talk shows, educational shows. Oh, yeah.
And all of these shows, we have over 75 shows produced or hosted by members of our community.
Yeah.
We've had no previous experience.
Right.
In broadcast.
And that's a beautiful thing, that we are giving individuals an opportunity and to get on the air, to do something they have wanted to do. And we've got a timeout on the field. We're not sure what's going on. There's a discussion going on, and the officials and it looks like some of the WIAA officials. So we're not sure if we can hear over the PA once they announce. So a break in the action. But Tony, you make a good point.
Whatever gets you through the night. That's Latrice Shanae. Oh, where we go? The mix. Oh, we gotta go back to the reggae hour.
Yeah, man, the reggae. Come on, man.
Music that he plays reggae that you're not going to find anywhere. If you are a reggae junkie, this guy is about to give you what you need with the reggae hour. What else do we have there,
Let's see. Let me go right. I think that's star time.
okay, start time. Paul Pearson. And start time music from the 60s, 70s, maybe a little bit ago. The Neon Ghost Show, which is this show is just irreverent. I'll just call it irreverent.
Irreverent.
And if anybody's asking, those are pointer fingers.
Oh, oldies but goodies on the mix for 2 hours. Every Tuesday night starting at 7 o'clock. You can listen to the mix of wonderful mix of shows. And we hosted that show, Mr. Bella Series.
Ooh, I think it's another Tony.
I think it is another.
Anthony Young? Yeah, he's going by Anthony Young.
The Gumbo, a show that's been on the air for quite a while here. Mr. Douglas, how would you describe these two very animated, very pop culture hosts?
I would say get your celebrity on.
Celebrity.
Yeah. I think that's what they'd be calling it. But that's Jazzy Red and Dom Lou. They talk about everything going on in the celebrity world, and sometimes they just riff. You know, they go back and forth, and it's a fun hour on Thursdays at 8 p.m.
It's a Lamb radio show. This show is popular all over the world. The broadcast is developed. And our listenership in the Philippines, Australia, off the charts, this particular show. Bert Marie and New York, Cam, both covers the Seahawks. Still covers the Seahawks. They do it. Miles actually broadcast. Where's my broadcast?
Australia.
Yeah. So, again, it's Rainier Avenue Radio App. DJ Third Degree, Coast to Coast Kickoff. Every Sunday, on Sunday night. Sunday nights, tune in to RainierAvenueRadio.org. We're looking on our Facebook and YouTube streaming platforms, but you can just go to our website and just listen. DJ Third Degree, putting down Coast to Coast Kickoff. Yes, we got there, Seniors Matter. This is a show for seniors, by seniors.
There is a ruling being made on the kickoff play.
Seniors have their own.
We're in contact with somebody with WIAA. There's a trying to resolve the ruling.
It looks like Memories of a Man. Measures. Baxter, yeah, another tone. We got 3 tones here.
Nasty Nest, baby. You know it. And Tony, real quickly, just want to let our listeners know there is a break in the action. I believe there was some type of sportsmanship infraction on the kickoff and a WIAA infraction. They are still discussing. We don't know exactly what's going on. I was trying to hear over the PA, and the officials are huddled together. There are some, it looks like WIAA officials on the field. And you know, a situation like a minute 56 left to play in the third quarter. Now, these kids are trying to stay warm. You see kids running up and down trying to stay warm. This break in the action. So as soon as we know more, hopefully we will have it. We'll let our listeners know. Yeah, they really did with that long touchdown. Yeah. So just not sure what the call is. I'll listen. I'm going to take my headsets off, try to hear the PA announcer. So as soon as we know something, we'll inform you. But there is a break in the action, if you're wondering. So I'll throw it back to Tony as he shares more of the lineup that we have here on RainierAvenueRadio.org.
And this is a show, again, very nationally level show. It's listened to all over the country, Heartbeat Radio, where what is the first guy that phrase it uses? The something of corporate America? The heartbeat of corporate America?
Yeah, something like that. And politics, too.
And politics, the challenges, the heartbeat.
There you go.
That's Cindy, right? That's 7 o'clock. Wednesdays live. And there we get fresh juice. And I'll let Daniel Bellis do money until I talk about fresh juice.
Yeah. Every Wednesday night from 9 to 11 p.m. you get to hear new hip hop and R&B. And we find in all the new stuff that's been dropped in the past week. We also interview artists, a lot of locals, but lately we've been having a lot of national artists. We've had a member.
National music, local artists.
Yep. We've also had a recent visit from a member of Goody Mob. And this next week we're going to have Fashawn, who was a couple years signed by Nas and Master Appeal Records. So he'll be on the show next Wednesday, 9 to 11 p.m., hosted by myself, D-Money, but also my co-host, Pint Size Patron, and ID Yourself.
What do you think about that? We didn't. I don't know what it is, but when we were growing up, nobody was named ID. Do you remember that kid named ID Yourself? I don't remember that.
No, dating ourselves now.
Okay. I will take this opportunity as well to talk about a very special event we've got coming up. And that is that the Columbus City Theater, Rainier Avenue Radio, is actually going to move to the Columbus City Theater. It's going to be our new home. Yeah?
All right.
We can keep it for about a year.
Yeah. Congratulations. Great work there, Tony.
And we are having a holiday bazaar and party. We have vendors that will be there selling their unique and one-of-a-kind crafts and creations. You can get holiday gifts, and it will be inside at the Columbus City Theater, which is 4916 Rainier Avenue. So even if you're listening from Eastern Washington, come back over here next Saturday between noon and 5, and at the holiday bazaar, you'll also be able to find incredible gifts and things for yourself and your birthday. Gifts locally made by local vendors, and there will be Santa Claus will be there, Frosty the Snowman will be there, we'll also have some strangers with them as well. That's 2 to 5. All ages, completely free, $3.99, $3. That's been Saturday. Come on down. Shop to Detroit. And also check out the pyramid. Santa Claus, Snowman, live performances on 2 stages. I think we've maxed out at vendors. We've got 15 different vendors selling a bunch of different stuff. So you really enjoy yourself. It's noon to 5 next Saturday, and from 3 to 5 as the Rainier Avenue Radio featuring karaoke. We did karaoke last year, right? What did we do?
I'm sorry, what's that?
We did at our karaoke at our holiday party.
We did karaoke, man. Yeah, never too much.
Oh, really? I heard he had a voice that was reminiscent of what Peebo Bryson and Gabby Hayes.
I don't know what to make of that, so I'm not even going to comment.
Sure, I'm going to do my version of me.
All right.
I want to do that. Man from La Mancha.
No.
Dream the impossible dream.
Yes.
Live the... And be sure to take your medication in the morning, folks. Right.
All right. Trying to be safe.
Yeah.
city here. I got to mention this too, John. I know that you are very politically inclined and with the same with you. On Tuesday the 7th from 7 to 9, we'll be broadcasting the Shama Swan. And we'll have folks from both sides talking about why she should be recalled, why she maybe should not be recalled. And it's very passionate. And she is a fire queen.
Yeah.
On the city council, and has steered the city council in certain directions that they may not have gone before. She has her detractors again. Those who say that it's criminal that she went inside of City Hall.
Right,
and,
right.
So the recall is happening. And if you live in Seattle District 3, you'll be able to vote. And if you don't live in District 3, this is really going to be interesting because it could happen. It's kind of the shape of politics. Now, we're doing football right now, but we do politics.
Yeah.
On this radio station.
Well, and Tony, I was going to say that's one of the beauties of Rainier Avenue Radio is that we have such a variety of programming, and you can hear it all right here on the Rainier Avenue Radio. And if you don't have the Rainier Avenue Radio app, make sure to get the app. And then all of our streaming occurs on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. And just go to the Rainier Avenue Radio page, and you can listen and see the stream on those services. Yeah, yeah. And Tony, we're still trying to make out what's going on. We have not had an announcement, but we still have the officials huddled together at about the 35-yard line. There are a couple of, looks like about 4 or 5 different individuals that I believe are with the WIAA. I'm not exactly sure. They have not made it clear. The teams, though, have separated. They were kind of on the field. Now they're on their own sidelines, and it looks like the Kennewick defense is there ready to get on the field, but we are still waiting. I mean, this has been now about a 10 to 12 minute delay in the game, and we're not sure. We've not been made aware of what the issue is. Yeah. And the safety of, obviously the players and everyone here. But again, we don't know what the nature of it. I thought I heard the PA announcer a while back say, something to do with the kickoff, and but I don't know, so I don't want to speculate.
Because this is such a big group, and to share information based on particular action. Last year during CHOP, and only voters in the Central Seattle District are the ones that make this decision. But this could have sweeping consequences beyond allegations on the ballot in the District 3. The case could be made that few figures have influenced the city's politics as much in the past decade. I mean, she brought up the $15 which everybody on that. Her scorching rhetoric and uncompromising attitude and approach to push the council. I'm just going to say, way left.
Yeah.
Issues ranging from business taxes to renter protection and essentially.
To see if they will uphold the recall or allow her to stay on the council, correct? Yeah. And Tony, you make a good point. I mean, this is being looked at nationally and will have an impact at a national level as well. As you said, the voters in the central area are the ones that are voting on this, but this is being watched on a national level. And that is the voice, the deep baritone voice of Tony B. I can't even get there, my brother. So again, we 1:56 left to play in the third quarter. Number 1 Bellevue leading number 6 Kennewick 17-13, and there was Kennewick got a long touchdown, a screen pass from quarterback Dayton Davis to running back Miles Majowski, and Majowski close to a 70-yard. When we get the stats, we'll give you the exact yardage. It was about 70 yards. and went in for the touchdown. The extra point was no good. And then the ensuing kickoff, and there has been some confusion. It looked like the ball went out of bounds, and so that Bellevue would have a 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. That's where the yard markers are now, but that's kind of where we have stopped down. And again, we are not sure what the issue is. I was just taking one headphone off of my ear, off of one ear, to see if I could hear, but the PA announcer is not announcing yet. The officials are still at the 35-yard line, and they are huddled together talking. And then there are, it looks like, at least 5 or 6 different, for lack of a better way to describe it, plainclothes WIAA officials, I believe, that are around. Okay, now the referees are separating, and it looks like we may get a call here. So it looks like we have officials going to each of the sidelines, and they're discussing whatever's going on with the coaches. And one official is pointing down to where the ball went out of bounds. And what, from our vantage point, what it looked like is that the ball was approaching the end zone and may have gone out of bounds. Okay, looks like they're going to re-kick. May have gone out of bounds before going into the end zone, which in case of the penalty, they line up on the 35-yard line. But then a Bellevue player fielded the ball, and I thought from my vantage point that he got it before it went out of bounds, before it was in the end zone, which means it would be their ball, they're being Bellevue on like the 1 or 2 yard line wherever he went out. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So, right, yeah. 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 Well, between me and you, that's 8 eyes. But now, so what it looks like, so the teams are warming up. So the Kennewick team is now down in the opposite end zone here, warming up. It looks like they're moving the chains now down. I think what we thought we saw is what happened. That the player fielded the ball, and what he should have done is let it go. So one of two things. Yeah, exactly. We had it. Would have saved 15 minutes here, But so what the player literally should have done, if he would have let the ball go, one or two things would happen. It would have went out of bounds. They would have it on 35, or it would have went in the end zone, touchback.
Right.
And again, it was hard to tell. It looked like to me he was trying to wait on it to go in the end zone, and it just slowed down. Dead. Or about to. And anyway, again, it was a tough decision to make, to figure out what have to do.
But and it looks like, so the officials are now over talking to the chain gang. I've got a couple officials over there, but I believe that the situation has been resolved. It looks like Bellevue will have the ball on about the 1 yard line, which, again, from our vantage point, looks like it is the accurate call to what we were able to see from our vantage point. So again, to bring you back up to speed, as the players are kind of warming up now, they're going to their sidelines, and it looks like that is the case. Now the clock is running. Okay, so so there was 1:57, I believe, on the clock, 1:56 on the clock, and we'll get that resolved in a minute. The teams are lining up. Bellevue offense coming on. They'll have the ball on about the 1 yard line, and it should be, as it was when the ball went out, about 1:57 on the clock, left to go in the third quarter. We'll see because the clock is still running now.
Here's a really bad joke in John Yass attacking. As we can see, the Bellevue players are running as they warm up. The Kenwick players are running, and even the clock is running.
But what are you saying? Someone else came. Hey, I'm in that camp as well, man. I ain't doing no running no more, baby. Football done taking its toll on the knees, the back, the hip, the shoulders.
And you know,
people are tuning in.
Yeah, it just
really.
Broadcast.
Yeah.
We gotta tell you, for those of you tuning in, you're getting the audio, and you will get the audio from the game. Those of you listening to our radio broadcast already know that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not able to give you the video broadcast, but we're going to bring you that theater of the mind where you're going to be able to see the broadcast for yourselves in your mind. I'm going to go back to John.
All right, so the ball's right on the goal line. I'm saying the 1 yard line, 1:56 left to go in the third quarter. Bellevue taking over right at just outside of their own goal line. Handoff up the middle, and I believe that is, yes, it is William Wang.
About
Falls
4 yards.
Forward, yep, forward to just shy of the 5-yard line.
Yep.
So they're going to give him 3 yards, they say, on the PA, out to just shy of the 5-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 7 to go for Bellevue. So, yeah, I'm not sure what took so long to get the determination, but I think it was the right one. 2nd and 7 to go. Wolverines on their own 4-yard line. Handoff right up the middle. Not a lot of room there. And I tell you, momentum shifter for Kennewick, and especially if they can force a punt here, the ball likely will be on the positive side of the 50-yard line for the Lions. But we got another down to play. 3rd and 6 to go. Ball's on the 5-yard line for the number 1 Wolverines. 1 minute left to go here in quarter number 3. So now quarterback Lucas Razore. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I am. It's either Razore or Razore. I'm going to say Razore. Throw in the little
close.
Yeah,
they say close enough.
And so under center, the handoff, and going to be short of the first down. That was a handoff to Sean Daniels.
Yep.
And Daniels is going to be maybe a couple of yard pickup. So I think he's going to be it's going to be 4th and 4.
About 3 yards short.
4th and 3.
Yep.
And so the punting unit comes on. So, a big delay in the game, but a real positive move for the Lions.
Yeah.
And again, I have to emphasize from our vantage point, it looks like the officials got it right. So Wiley Bryant is in his own end zone. And he gets a low snap. He gets it, the punt off. And we got whistles. And I think the quarter ended. So, yeah, the horn went off before the snap. So the quarter ended before the snap. So we will redo this down. 4th down and 4. Ball's on the 7-yard line. We'll switch sides of the field. We'll flip it. And Bellevue punter Wiley Bryant will be in his own end zone punting. We've got 12 minutes left to play.
Yep.
Bellevue leading Kennewick by a score of 17-13.
All right, there we go. We were talking about our intern programs, and here we have Lourdes, who is normally our camera person and has been doing football with us. She's a junior at Rainier Valley Leadership Academy. Since she started doing broadcast filming for us, she's been asked by the school that she works for, Franklin, to film their games as well.
Lourdes Brim, go ahead on. Doing a great job for us.
Let's talk about share folks. Remember, they have no idea what you've been doing. So tell them what you've been doing over the course of the last few months for football.
I've been mainly recording the football games and paying attention to all the plays they've been making. Sometimes I'll go down to where the cheerleaders are and talk to the captains and interview them. That's pretty much it.
You know you do a lot more than that. Let's talk about the camera work that you do, that you take care of, and how you cover the game.
Well, I try to pay attention to everything that's going on. At the start, I didn't know anything about football, but I've definitely learned a lot more, and I learned how to what they're doing and what plays I should be recording.
All that good chime in here really quickly to tell folks what happened.
So on the punt, a short kick and was fielded right at about the 46-yard line. So the Lions will take over 1st and 10 on the Bellevue 46-yard line here at the start of the 4th quarter.
I would definitely recommend this. It's been a great experience. I've learned a lot more than just about football, but camera and broadcasting. And I've gotten really confident with talking to people, talking to the cheer captains. I probably wouldn't have done that a couple of months ago before I started this whatsoever. So I think it's a great experience.
All right, thank you, Lourdes. Like I said, one day she's going to be writing, producing, and directing her own music.
So I would just say, Lourdes, remember me when you are there. I will be old, but I will need a job. So don't forget about me. But Lord is doing a great job. One of our interns here at Rainier Avenue Radio. First down carry for
Mayowski.
the Lions. Mayowski took it at 8 yards, and second down carry and gang tackled him maybe a yard. We'll see where they spot the ball.
A little short.
Yep, so about a yard gain there. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Lions on the 37-yard line. Have to get to the 36 for the first down. 10:50 left to play in the ball game. Bellevue leading 17-13, but the Kennewick Lions driving. 3rd and 1 at the Bellevue 37-yard line. Fans are on their feet. Light rain coming down. We're live at Spark Stadium. It doesn't get any better than this, baby.
Oh.
And offsides is going to be no movement on Bellevue, and Bellevue is pointing at Kennewick. I didn't see anybody with the Lions move. Let's see what the officials say. And yes, it's going against the Wolverines. So first down on the penalty. Ball's down to the 32-yard line, and the Bellevue fans booing, not happy, but it was their guys moving. I didn't see anybody on the Kennewick line moving.
I didn't see them move either. Well, it was obvious they're going to blitz. It looks like they're getting ready to do a little package there.
So 10:28 left to go. 1st and 10 for the Lions on the Wolverines' 32-yard line.
They're crowding.
Quarterback Dayton Davis called the signals. Hands it off to Mayowski. Mayowski cuts it back across the 25 to about the 24, maybe the 23. Let's see where they spot it. Pickup of about 8 yards. I tell you what, the Lions on the move here, and they have the Wolverines reeling back.
Yep.
There are Lions fans also tuning in. I just want to remind everyone, if you're enjoying what you're hearing right now, you can donate to us at Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. And you know what? That will help us with the licensing. We're a small community radio station, so that we can visually bring you this game as well. We're just as great as wonderful as these broadcasts have sounded and have looked like. We're just a small community radio station, but we're doing it big. Yeah, big.
We are primarily volunteer run, and this is year number 4. We are in, and I tell you what, we are moving, and as Tony said, doing it big. And again, our goal is to give community members an opportunity, and there are a few of us, Tony, myself, that have had years of radio experience, but it is just fun to be able to bring these broadcasts to our listeners, and we appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're enjoying what you're hearing.
Yeah, Bellevue looks like they lost a player. He looks like he's in a great deal of pain, hand or wrist.
So hand off Mayowski off the left side, hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down. So he's about a yard short down to the 23-yard line. And it'll be 3rd and a yard to go. The ball is literally in between the 22 and the 23-yard line. They've got to get down to the 22. So it's 3rd and about a half a yard.
Big play, big play.
Huge play, and Power Eye in the backfield. And in the backfield also number 32, Bronson Childs. And Mayowski behind him. And
they're crowding.
Mayowski. Oh, he's hit. 42 coming in. That was Landon Johnson, but Mayowski fell forward, and I think he may have the first down.
Yeah.
But a great play by Landon Johnson coming in, just not able to stop Mayowski. That big, Mayowski goes, I believe, 6'2", 205, and his frame falling forward. He's got the first down.
Oh, he runs hard. It looks like Bellevue is saying, hold on, we're going to crowd the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Watch out. They're going to throw a pass in here somewhere.
Well, you look on the wide side of the field, and there's a big gap in between where your cornerback is and your inside safety.
Yep. There's a big split.
So, again, Davis in the gun. Hands it off to Mayowski. Mayowski across the 20. Picks up a yard, maybe 2. So they'll be 2nd and 8 to go. They're going to spot it at the 19-yard line. No, they spot it right at the 20. Yep. So really a gain of about a yard.
They'll take a yard. Kenwick has been controlling this ball, and time is running.
Yeah, they really have 8:20 left to go in the ball game. Bellevue leading Kennewick 17-13, but the Lions on the move. The ball's just inside the Bellevue just inside the Bellevue 20-yard line, I should say. Majowski off the right side, cuts it back, breaks a tackle across the 20, still on his feet. Breaks another tackle, spinning, but I tell you what, they just kept coming.
Man, he runs hard.
Maybe a gain of about 2 yards, but I tell you what, John, he should have been stopped for a loss, number one, and he just kept spinning, kept his feet moving. So pickup of about 2 to the 18-yard line. That's going to make it 3rd and a long 6 to go for the Lions.
Well, he will not go down. He's just a tough runner. Tough runner.
Oh, you can hear the drum line in front of us. Fans on both sides of the stadium on their feet.
3 receivers right. They got 1 single setback. This is a pass. Yep.
Davis rolling to his right. He's going to keep it himself. He's got a flag. And I think he was stopped. And coming up to make the stop, among other players, Jasper Svensson, and a flag back in there. I believe there was a hold, but he's going to be well short of the first down stop at the 19-yard line. Actually, maybe a yard loss.
Actually, he lost. They got him. And,
but in this, they're in field goal range, and so if you're Bellevue, you got to take the penalty and push them back.
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen. So, and the spot of the foul was in the backfield at the 25. So the ball's going to go back to the 35-yard line, making it 3rd and about. They got to get down to about the 11. So 3rd and about 24 to go.
Yep.
Costly penalty there. Costly penalty for Kennewick, pushing them out of field goal range. So now you've got 2 receivers split to the wide side of the field, single receiver on the short side.
1 setback. Yep.
3rd and 24.
Straight drop back.
Davis he's looking deep. He's got a receiver over the middle, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete.
But hold on, is there? Nope, no flag.
No play. It was incomplete.
So he was looking for Simeon Howard, and a good defense there. So that's going to force, John, with the ball at the 35-yard line. If I'm head coach Randy Alfolter, I think I may go for it.
Yeah.
You got 7:08 left to play. If you don't get the first down, Bellevue is still well short of midfield, and it looks like that. Yep, it looks like that's what they're going to do. They're going to go for it. And now,
called timeout.
I believe. Yep.
Yeah, Kennewick.
Coach F. Holter says, I want to talk about this. So, with 7:08 left to play, it is 4th and 24 to go for the Lions on the 35-yard line.
Yeah.
And let's throw it over to Daniel Bellis for a quick update. Daniel?
Yeah, thank you there, Rick, John, and Tony. And there is one big boys basketball game going on in the Metro League right now. Eastside Catholic, who dropped to 1-1 last night with an upset loss against West Seattle, is playing against a very tough Auburn team, which undefeated in the spring season. Auburn is leading at the half, 38-24. A couple times Eastside Catholics tied it up, but a late run by Auburn at the half makes it 38-24. Auburn's going to be a force to reckon with here in the 3A championship this year.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, we're back in action here. 7:08 left to play. 4th and 24 balls for the Lions, and they're going to punt it away and try to really pin the Wolverines deep into their own territory. Not a bad call. And the snap, low snap, fielded by the punter. Slow pooch kick. It's inside the 20, inside the 15, still rolling inside the 10, down to about the 8, the 7. So great play there for the Kennewick Lions, backing the Wolverines inside of the 10-yard line. I believe the ball is going to be on about the 8, maybe the 7-yard line.
Yep.
So with 6:56 left to play, Bellevue leading 17-13. The Wolverines take over 1st and 10, ball on their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, the only issue here is Bellevue can run the clock out.
Yeah.
They have the ability to do that. Yeah,
It is. Yes, it is.
yeah.
Kennewick has done, other than the big play, Kennewick has done a decent job of containing them if they can get a 3 and out. The first down play, positive yards there. I believe that is Wang.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of him.
And out to about a 4-yard pickup. So it'll be 2nd and 6 to go.
Mr. Wang was on his way to about a 200-yard game.
Yeah,
he had
after,
105 at the break.
Height and weight of William Wayne
He's not
no,
big.
No, not a big guy. They don't have the height and weight listed there, so I'm not sure. Wang, yeah, again, after I'm trying to see after 3 quarters.
Yep.
Let's see. I got the stats. I thought. Now they haven't brought him out yet, so we'll look for the
Oh,
stats.
he's a physical specimen like I was when I was 10 years old. You know, it was a long time ago. Oh, nice run! Oh my God!
And
Good gravy.
Wang once again.
Man, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, Wang, and he's going to have a first down. Check that. 2 of the third quarter. At the end of 3, Wang was at 212 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns.
Jeez,
the 64-yarder. So his touchdown was 64 yards. I got the stats here, and the screen pass to Mayoski was 67 yards.
Jeez. Well, the 2 stars are showing their medal as
They're
they
shining. Yeah, they are shining. So 6:08 first down, but hold on, penalty. That's going to bring that back.
And you know that's the only things that have really stymied either team.
Yeah,
untimely penalties.
Yeah, untimely penalties.
Yeah.
And we started out the game turnovers back to back.
Yeah.
And then Kennewick had one other turnover, but the turnovers really have not been a factor and have not played a factor in the ball game. So a penalty on Bellevue. We'll see. Waiting on the officials. So half the distance to the goal, it's going to remain second down. So that takes it back to the 6-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 11. 6:07 left to play. The clock is ticking. So that's going to become a factor here. Kennewick's got to get a 3 and out.
And they're tight line. They're on the defense. Look at how crowded they are. They only have one guy back.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. And
nice play.
Gang tackle and stop for maybe now about a yard loss. I was saying maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was a Blake Teets. McIntyre.
Right, John. As I'm looking at this, they've got like 8, 9 people in the box.
Yeah.
If they break through that first group, we could be looking at 90 yards.
Yep.
Well, that's why we saw the 64-yard touchdown for William Wang.
Because they were crowding that line of scrimmage. And once you break that crust, you're gone. So you don't have any run support.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 11. This may be the biggest play of the game right now. 5:17 left to go in the ball game. Bellevue, the ball on their own 6-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Wang, he's going to be across the 10, but well short of the first down. And Bellevue's going to have to punt it away. It'll be a 4th and about 6 to go. And punting unit coming on the field. And that is punter Wiley Bryant for Bellevue. And deep for Kennewick, it's going to be number 8, David Wazinski.
They should get good field position off this.
Yeah, and number 82, Simeon Howard. So Simeon Howard will be the up man at about the 40. And then Wazinski is back at midfield. So the Lions are going to have good field position. Brian has shown he has a strong leg and not much of a rush. It's a short kick, high kick. It's going to hit down at about the 40. Takes a good bounce and tried to field it. And that was Wazinski. Wazinski not able to field it. Finally got it, and he just goes down. It's going to be at about the 48. So a short kick would have got a positive Bellevue bounce. But still great field position.
Right. Great field position, plus side of the 50.
Actually, the 47-yard line is where they spotted. So 4:21 left to go in the ball game. Bellevue leads it 17-13. Kennewick takes over 1st and 10 on the Bellevue 47-yard line. Hey, this is what it's all about, baby. State championship. One drive, you got to punch it in.
Well, the Kennewick defense did their job.
Well,
they did their job. Now it's on the offense. And if you're on the Bellevue side, you say, defense, we got to get a stop, and we get a win. So let's see. 3 receivers to the right, the screen over to Wazinski. I'm sorry.
Lost on the play.
The screen over to the Wazinski, and he was stopped for a loss. Yeah.
Which is, you don't want that at this time of the game. Yeah. Because if you can't move the ball, you get the ball back to Bellevue, they will run out the clock.
Yeah. So it's about a 4-yard loss back to the 49-yard line of the Lions. So 2nd and 14.
That's the last thing you wanted to happen.
Yeah, and that's a screen pass that Wazinski was able to go 67 yards, but the Bellevue Red at that time trips to the wide side. Davis rolling to his left, got a receiver and overthrows him out of bounds. Incomplete. So it'll be 3rd and 14.
Now again, here's my call. You got 2nd and 14, and you throw a 6-yard pass.
Yeah. Get some positive.
And you're
yards
trying to
there.
gain yards because
Yeah.
you know if you give up the ball, you're not going to get it back. So maybe he was just, and when he rolls, he's cutting off half the field. That's
Right.
the problem.
Yeah. And I get it, running the screen on the first down play, but go with what's working, and Brzezinski going off tackle has been working for you.
Right.
The screen, but anyway, third down. Davis looking, now steps up in the pocket, got it pressure, he's got a receiver, and it's going to be picked off. Interception. Interception, I believe that is Kalani Masuno.
Yeah.
And Masuno, big play, the
Big
interception.
play.
And he goes down at the 43-yard line, about 42-yard line. So a diving interception and a big turnover with only 3:28 left to play. That could be the ball game, as you said, if Bellevue keeps it on the ground and runs this clock out.
Oh, yes. Like I said, when you roll out, you cut off half the field, and he was trying to force the ball back inside.
Yes, he was.
Nope.
And the defender was clearly reading the quarterback.
Yep. He saw. He was right there.
Right there.
And Davis has done a good job on that, tucking the ball and
Yeah.
running. But that time he tried to unload it up the middle on the left side for Bellevue. It's a positive yards, about a 3-yard gain out to the 40 for William Wang.
Yep.
And Wang well over the 200-yard mark today.
We're down to 3 minutes. This game
clock
is
ticking. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Kenwick, I don't believe they've used a timeout, or if they have, only one. So they've got at least 2 timeouts left. But
I'm not gonna sing it now, but you give me 2 or 3 more plays, and I'm gonna sing that song, that Bellevue song.
this is how we do it. This be how we do it.
no.
Right.
The party's over. The party's over.
Dan to Dawn. Well, not yet. And so, up the middle, big gainer across midfield. William Wang has
that
a
man
first down.
again.
Well, if you haven't seen Bellevue all year, and if you're wondering why they're 14-0, this is how they do it.
Yeah. Well, they will be, if they get the win today, they'll be 14-0.
Yes.
And Tony B, that singer portion of coming out. Tony B said, I gave him football for my music, baby.
Hey, like I said, if they throw a football, if they throw a pass, I'll buy everybody a hamburger.
Well, what if I don't need beef, brother? So you got to.
Oh, I'll get you a garden burger.
Salmon burger. Know that.
Yeah,
salmon. All right, 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Handoff up the middle.
That guy again.
And no gang tackle, but Wang takes it across. And right now the clock is a factor. And timeout, I believe, called. So pickup of about 4 yards on the play down to the 43-yard line.
That's some tough yards to get, but
Yeah,
4
yeah.
yards on a tough run, though.
Yeah,
That is
yeah,
good.
really,
That's
really.
some positive
Scott
yards.
says no more. Says no more singing. Well,
Okay.
that's like the other teams are
Who
saying.
said no more singing?
No more running, Scott. but you get ran on anyway.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so
You can sing it yourself.
so you figure this next play is going to eat up into 2 minutes, so it's going to be less
Yes,
than 2 minutes left.
So let me set it for you listening. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to play. Bellevue's got the ball 2nd and 6 on the Kennewick 42-yard line.
Yeah.
And the Wolverines lead it 17-13.
And if they do stop them here, guess what? If they punt it and they get even a 30-yard
They're
punt,
going to be deep.
they'll be
their own
deep in the
territory.
hole.
Yeah. So the defense has got to come up with another stop here. But 2nd down and 6 to go for Bellevue. Again, ball is on the 42-yard line of the Lions.
Hey, if Bellevue passes here, I'll buy everybody 2 hamburgers. I'll buy you 2 salmon burgers. Because,
all right,
Ricky,
now
you coached, I've coached. You know what
now
this game is.
Yeah, you got to keep the ball on the ground here. You know.
Yes, you know that. Look at that.
So
Tight line.
lineup, 2
tight-
backs in the backfield. Handoff Wang off the right side. He's got a
Ooh.
ball across the 40 down to about the 37.
Almost. He
Yep.
almost broke it.
About a yard shy of the first down, so make it 3rd and a yard, maybe 2, and another timeout. And that is, I'm not sure if that is the last timeout.
I think
Scott also says that these 2 played in 1983. Rick, I think you resemble that remark.
What's that?
Scott also says that these 2 played in 1983, and I said you resemble that remark.
It's very simple to everybody.
And Scott also says he wants a burger. Apparently, Scott has become very vocal.
Scott, all right.
Yes, we actually learned this during the game last week. This is a rematch of the 1983 3A state championship.
Oh,
Okay,
that's what he's talking
Okay.
about. Right,
There we go.
1983. And that was Bellevue's first state championship. Back in
Got it.
1983.
Was that Goncharoff?
Thank you.
Was that
Scott.
Butch? Was that Butch Goncharoff?
Let's give Scott a contract. Scott.
All right. You are hired,
Contract.
baby. Okay, 2:04 left to go. It is a 4th down and a yard to go. Ball's at the 37. Bellevue's got to get to the 36.
It's only
I mean,
third down. It's only third.
Oh, forgive me. Yeah, forgive
So
me.
they
Third down. My bad, my
they
bad.
got 2 shots at this
Thank
tight
you.
line.
You
Thank
know
you for
what's
connecting
coming.
me.
You know what's
All right,
coming.
Wang off the left side.
Oh,
He's
he's
across
in.
35.
First down.
Got a first down.
Game's over.
This is how we do it
Oh,
at
my
Dear
goodness.
Bellevue.
And Bellevue fans on their feet.
They know what it is.
And
That's
the
it.
sideline is jumping up and down. 1:59 left to go. And I think Kennewick is out of timeouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
Scrappy
that
bunch of
ironic?
kids.
In 1983, they won 17-14, and if
Wow.
things keep going the way they're here, 17-13.
17-13.
Yeah, but that's a scrappy bunch of kids from Kennewick, man.
Yeah, yeah, it
Gotta
really
give
is.
them
It is.
credit.
Yeah. I mean, as they say, it ain't over till it's over, but 1:45 and the clock is moving.
3 weeks
So-
in a row, they had to come from the east side across the mountains to the west side.
Yeah.
And they beat some really good teams.
And,
Yeah.
yep. Bellevue just downs it. Quarterback Lucas Resort downs it, and the clock is ticking 1:25. And we'll have time for, one or two more plays. There's 28 on the play clock. So, yeah, there's we're 2 more plays. So, 2nd and 11 to go. 1:10 left to play in the ball game. And again, what Bellevue will do, will just let the play clock run down to about, if I'm under 5, and then they'll snap it and take a knee. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. They have Sean Davis is back about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, just in case, and that's exactly what they do. Takes a knee, and we're at 50 seconds. And this will be it, ladies and gentlemen, unless there is unforeseen, some miracle for Kennewick. 1 more play,
That's it.
and Bellevue will just take a knee, and that will be the ball game. So 35 on the play clock, or on the game clock, rather. 22, 21, 20 on the play clock. They down it, and that is going to do it. They'll let the clock run out. It's at 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Bellevue is going to walk away with the state championship 3A right here at Spark Stadium with a 17-13 win over Kennewick. Kennewick,
King.
tell you what, great showing by the Lions in
Yes.
2 weeks. Underdog beating O'Day and Eastside Catholic. And that is it. Bellevue, the state champion, 17-13 over Kennewick here at Spark Stadium.
All right, triple zeros. As if you're watching, you can now see a blurry version of the Bellevue celebration. As Bellevue, again, what was it, 17-21? How much is that? That's more toes and fingers. But 38 years.
Yeah.
They won the rematch.
Well, it's a truism. The team that runs the ball controls the game, and those teams win the most championships at any level, high school, college, or pro. And that's what Bellevue did. They threw how many passes?
Well, through
1 to 2.
3 quarters, I'm looking at the stats here. Through 3 quarters, Bellevue had thrown one pass.
One.
So they had 348 yards. Now, this is after 3. We'll get the final stats here in a
Yeah.
minute. But after 3 quarters, Bellevue had 348 yards on the ground. And then as far as total yards, they had 348 to Kennewick's 244.
Yeah.
348 yards on the ground.
All on the ground. And of that, after 3 quarters, William Wang was at 212 on 26 carries.
And the Kennewick quarterback was passing at about a 75% percentage accuracy.
He was
percentage.
7 of 11
Yeah,
after 3 quarters, 2 picks.
yeah, but
No, that's not right. Yeah, he did have 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did have the 2 interceptions. Yeah.
but he was at 70% plus and hitting his receivers. But again,
Yeah, that's Dayton Davis. So after 3 quarters, 7-11, 146 yards, 1 touchdown, the 67-yard screen.
yep,
to Majowski. But now the teams, and we'll wait on the final stats, and we'll give you those before we sign off.
Yeah.
But and this is one of the things that I love what we've seen about prep sports, and the teams are on there. Great sportsmanship, kind of shaking each other's hands, and just competing until the clock goes down to 0, regardless of what the score is. But right now, the teams are shaking hands, and they'll recognize, I believe, the way they'll recognize Kennewick, and then Bellevue will be awarded the trophy as the 2021 AAA state champion for Washington State. And again, you see players there, shaking hands and congratulating one another. I love to see that. Great sportsmanship.
Yeah, I'm having my Bellevue celebration right now. They're 14-0. They've been running the ball all season long. People call them the wing T team. They call them a throwback. Yeah. They're 14-0. Bellevue, this is for you. Shout it yourself. This is how we do it.
Sing it, Tony B. Sing it.
So, go ahead and be a party on the east side tonight.
Oh, let's go hang out at Bellevue Square.
Okay. I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to find somewhere to get something to eat.
Yep.
Well, and here come the final stats. Thank you, sir.
There we go. And Rick, quickly before you read these final stats,
thanks.
Go. Remember, you can donate to us at Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio if you like.
It's like you
see, we're a community radio station.
So, just like you said,
that's make sure Venmo at Rainier Avenue Radio. Rick, final stats you got there?
Well, and it looks this is the third. He brought in the third quarter stats. So as they come back around, we will ask. Yeah, this is the third quarter stats. We didn't get the final stats yet.
This time we'd like to recognize the achievements of today's competitors.
Yeah, but like I said, I think we predicted it that one team would power, one team would be able to throw the ball and show some balance.
Yeah, it was closer than I anticipated. What we've seen in Bellevue has been kind of their MO all season long. Is they have worn teams down the second half, and they have outscored teams significantly in the second half. Not the case today. Kennewick stayed with them all the way till the last tick of the clock.
Yeah.
And, I tell you what, if you are a Kennewick Lion fan, you have nothing to be ashamed of. They came and represented the Tri-Cities very admirably. And they're being recognized now on the field, and you can see that. So if you were listening and not watching the stream, you can actually see the stream. Go to the Rainier Avenue Radio, either Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and you can see that as well. And we're going to stick around for a minute just to see if we get the final stats for you. And I'm not sure, again, someone came out with the stats, but they were third quarter stats.
Thank you for your support of the state
It might be a while. If we do sign off, we can. Mr. Bellis is pretty efficient at putting stuff up, so I'm going to guess it's probably going to end up somewhere.
Yeah. We will share that with you.
So again, what a season it has been. We started back in September and doing Metro League football. I remember back in August, there was still a little apprehension about whether this season would take place or not. And so let's give it up for the officials, for those administrators, for those athletic directors who were able to pull this season off pretty flawlessly. We didn't hear about any major outbreaks of COVID. It's been a lot of great football, and I think more than anything, the opportunities for these kids, I'm calling them kids, these young adults, to get back together and, again, share all of the things that come with the camaraderie and the challenges and the successes that you can only get through sport.
Yeah, and it started last spring where all of the state sports started coming back online. And Tony, you make a good point. I mean, hats off to the administrators and all of the officials and everybody that just made it a safe environment for these young athletes, both boys and girls, in a number of sports. And a great job getting back online and having as close to a normal season as you could. And again, the Bellevue Wolverines take home the crown as the AAA state champion of 2021 here in Washington State. Congratulations. And also congratulations to runner-up Kennewick, the Lions. Fine showing here today at Spark Stadium.
Bellevue lived up to the ratings all year long. They started out 1, they end up 1.
Yep.
You know, I had to do my Bellevue thing, but we love you, Kennewick. We had you 3 games in a row, and we had an opportunity to form some bonds and attachments, I feel like. with that East Side school over there. They got a lot of heart. They had to come back over those mountains, over that pass 3 weeks in a row. And like you said, Rick, they gave Bellevue everything they could handle. But what a season for Kennewick. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, nothing at all. Finish up 12-2 and a great season. And they knock off the number 3 ranked O'Day Fighting Irish. They knock off the number 2 ranked Eastside Catholic Crusaders and take number 1 ranked Bellevue down to the final tick of the clock. And 17-13, the final here. Bellevue, the state champion. And they are on the sideline here taking photos and celebrating. And Kennewick heading to the buses. And the fans are clearing the stands over across from us. But just a great game, great show of sportsmanship, and really just a fine game, through and through, a very well-played game, very few penalties, and just,
just think of it. They were moving the ball, and they threw that interception.
Yeah.
The only mistake, the only real mistake they made, they were moving the ball. They were on the plus side.
Right, yeah, they were. And the penalty brought them back, and that hurt them. And then, trying to make something happen there. And the interception. And it was a great play, great read on the ball by the Bellevue defensive back and make a diving interception to stall that drive.
Yeah, like I said, when you roll out, your quarterback is only actually throwing to one half of the field. And that
happens. Really hard. And what you mean by that? Really hard to then pivot or throw back across the body to that other 25 yards.
So they played it. Point. That Bellevue played and they flowed on that side. They rotated to that side.
Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage here. We're going to throw it to Daniel. So that's going to wrap up for me, Rick Dupree, for John Yasutaki, and
me,
and Tony B. And again, the final here.
And Lourdes.
AAA, yes, Lourdes Prim, great job as well. The final here, Bellevue, a winner over Kennewick, 17-13. The Wolverines, the state champion of 2021, 3A state champion here for Washington State. With that, I will throw it over to Daniel B. Daniel?
Yeah, thank you there, Rick, Rick, John, Rick, John, and Tony. Real quick, though, just an update on that Eastside Catholic score. With about 5 minutes left, Auburn is downing the Eastside Catholic Crusaders 69-36. Eastside Catholic's looking at starting this season 1-2 in high school basketball. Quite surprised. We'll be picking up some basketball coverage for the Metro League in a couple of weeks, so make sure you follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, as well as our app, Rainier Avenue Radio. Download that for free on iPhone and Android users, and also on go to our website, rainieravenuradio.world. But we'll be picking up high school basketball for the Metro League starting here in a couple of weeks. Live on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. And then this Saturday, you can come out and party with us as we celebrate the holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all of them, with our holiday bazaar and party at the Columbia City Theater. Go down to 4916 Rainier Avenue South. Wow. The Columbia City Theater will be live broadcasting all the events going down from noon until 5 p.m. And you can check out live performances and appearances from Santa, Frosty the Snowman, Goodie Bag, Josephine Howell. There will be other surprises. Of course, there will be many vendors from the community, so you can get your Christmas shopping done with some local made products and local businesses at the Columbia City Theater this Saturday, noon to 5. And then at 3 o'clock, Rainier Avenue Radio will be celebrating our annual holiday party, and there will be festivities. There will be some karaoke. Of course, there'll be appearances from all of our hosts. And then you can watch everything go down on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio, on this next Saturday, December the 11th, noon to 5. Also, we invite you to listen in to a live recall election results special for this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Right here on this Tuesday for the recall election featuring whether the Shama Sawant will retain her seats in District 3 for the Seattle City Council. You'll find out with your host, Juan Yasutaki. Juan Cotto will be hosting on Tuesday, 7 to 9, giving you your results on that recall election this Tuesday at 7 p.m. on your community radio station, Rainier Avenue Radio. Thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations to the Bellevue Wolverines, this year's 3A state championship champion, going undefeated, defeating Kenwick in one of the very close score right there, 17-13. Thank you for listening. Peace and bless.